Test. Hey gamers.
Hi.
Oh, let me unmute. Okay. Jay, say something.
Hello.
Hey.
Hi.
Don't forget the queen share to me.
What?
Oh, yeah,
Oh yeah, shit. Hold on.
Share.
Oops.
Oh, you're fine. I like realized it just as you muted me, so I was like, well, they're not gonna hear me, so.
How's everybody doing? What did everybody have for dinner?
I made I reheated kimchi rice I made yesterday. Honestly, better on a second go.
Oh, nice. Was
Made
that
an
homemade?
egg on it. Was I what?
Was that homemade or?
Yeah, well, the kimchi itself wasn't homemade, but
Oh, yeah.
I made the kimchi rice myself. Chopped up some beef and like some thin cuts of beef into it.
Nice.
Sliced up some green onions.
I had kimchi stew. We're on the same wavelength.
Mm-hmm.
Gotta get them probiotics. Probiotic season. Get you some.
Ooh, Loveline had ramen and had tofu and kale and rice. That sounds good. So
Damn, we really do be all the same.
yeah, tomato soup from scratch. That sounds really good. I think I've only ever had tomato soup from like a can. Unless if I guess at restaurants maybe they're not from cans, but I wouldn't know. So this is Metal Gear Solid 3. We're not going into the future after Metal Gear Solid 2. We're going in the past to the Cold War
to play the shitty games that suck ass.
After the end of
Yeah.
World War II, the world was split into two, East and
This
West.
is
Hey Mikey.
This marked
maybe
the
my
beginning of
favorite
the
Metal
era
Gear
called
Solid
the Cold
game.
War.
One of them at least.
I don't know. This is like my
I think this is my like comfort Metal Gear Solid game. I don't know how else to describe it. Like I like the tone and that, like just everything about it.
Mhm.
But it might not be my favorite one to play.
This is the last time Metal Gear was cohesive. This is definitely the most like normal one. Which might sound bad, but
It's just the most
Approaching Soviet
no,
airspace.
there is
is weird stuff in this.
20 minutes to
It's
drop
just because
off.
it's historically grounded, so and it's like clearly loves James Bond movies and shit, so it
Yeah.
feels a little more grounded
You ready to go?
in general, but
Good. We've got high visibility.
I always hear this cutscene in slow motion in my head because of the first time I tried to emulate it.
Oh my god, wait,
Uh-oh.
the
Speaking
graphics
of
things
emulation.
are still happening. Okay, now this game is, I think, longer than Metal Gear Solid 2, so...
Yeah, you really
Connecting
need to
oxygen
fix
hose
it.
to interior connector. Put on your mask.
Yeah, Metal Gear Solid 2 and 4, there's a lot, like, heavier lore, and this one is kind of, because it's sort of near the beginning of just all Metal Gear Solid stuff, it's kind of starting at a clean slate.
10 minutes to drop
I mean,
off.
it's the earliest in the chronology of the games,
Yes, yeah, I guess it's...
so... We'll get to this later, but some of the stuff you learn in this game means that they could totally have like a World War II Metal Gear Solid game, and it would
Yeah.
probably be insane.
Depressurization complete.
Checking oxygen supply.
6 minutes to drop off. Opening
Also, we
hatch.
came prepared this time. We have a lot of facts about the Cold War and the CIA. Well, look at the reflection on his goggles.
Wait, that's really cool.
Please cast your vote for the best Pokemon from last stream. I probably have to say Dark Mewtwo.
External temperature minus 46 degrees Celsius. 2 minutes to drop off. Stand up.
You'll be falling at 130 miles per hour. Try not to get frostbite from the wind chill.
1 minute to drop off. Move to the rear.
My vote goes
This is
towards
one
Dark
for the history
Mewtwo.
books. The world's first Halo jump.
So yeah, in like chronological like in actual history, this is the first ever Halo jump was performed by Snake.
Prepare for drop-off. Countdown. 5.
Has anyone in the chat never played this before? Is this your first time seeing it?
Spread your wings
And fly. God be with you.
Yeah, the Raiden mask is really funny.
Our boy. There's gonna be a lot of cutscenes in the beginning
Jack,
of this
I've got
to
some important
establish
news. The head
history.
of the CIA has finally given us the green light for the virtuous mission.
Virtual mission?
No, the virtuous mission. The future of our Fox unit depends on it. If it succeeds, we'll be
And the word
officially
virtual.
organized into a unit.
Yeah, did the word virtual
Virtuous
exist
mission.
back then?
It's the
Sounds like
60s.
some kind of initiation ritual.
You know, don't get cocky. This isn't a training op.
Right. So what exactly is this wonderful mission?
VTuber mission.
About 2 years ago, a certain Soviet scientist requested asylum in the West through one of our.
So yeah,
models.
this is a good history for people
His
who
name is Nikolai Stepanovich
didn't pay
Sokolov.
attention in class
He's head of
about
the OKB-754
the
Design
Cold
Bureau,
War.
one of the Soviets' top-secret weapon research facilities.
Sokolov was the guy that I was
He's
trying to
foremost
remember
expert
that
on
one
weapons
stream,
development.
who I thought might have been a real guy,
Sokolov.
but he's
Isn't he that
he's
famous
loosely
rocket
based
scientist?
on
The very same.
a real guy, I think.
On April the 12th, 1961, the Soviets achieved the first manned spaceflight in history.
The Earth was blue, but there was no God.
Well spoken. The rocket that carried Yuri Gagarin to
Thanks
orbit
anyway.
was the A-1, known as the Vostok rocket. Sokolov is said to be the man most responsible for the multi-engine cluster used in that rocket. After Gagarin's flight, Sokolov left rocket development to become the head of the newly established Design Bureau.
From a lowly technician to head of a design bureau, that's quite a success story. So why do you want to defect?
It seems he'd become afraid of his own creations.
Afraid.
Call it a crisis of conscience.
And for that, he left his country and his family behind and went over the fence?
Not exactly. One of his conditions was that
There's
his
him
family
going
was
over the
also
fence.
to be taken safely to the west. We used a mold
I remember
to
when
get
I
the
got
family
to
out
that
first
this
and
cutscene when I was
succeeded in
playing, and I was
sneaking
like,
Sokolov
wow, literally
over
over the
Berlin
fence,
Wall
huh?
shortly afterwards. I was the one who conducted the operation.
The security on the eastern side was still full of holes back then. Then what?
We got Sokolov over in one piece, but the whole ordeal had left him exhausted, and we checked him into a hospital in West Berlin. It took him 2 weeks and more than 600 miles to get from the research facility in the Soviet Union to Berlin. He was in no condition to say anything coherent. And it was only
I mean,
a
I'd be
week
fine.
later that
I
we
could
had
have done
something
that,
much
but I'm
bigger on our
different.
hands.
Yeah, well, it was
Acute
the
business
60s back then.
crisis.
They were all weakened from eating
October
asbestos.
16,
Yeah.
1962, President Kennedy received
He was
word
very
that
he was very
Soviets
weak
were
for
in the
eating
process
all
of
those like
deploying
lead paint
intermediate-range
chips.
ballistic missiles in Cuba. The president demanded that the Soviets dismantle and remove the missiles. At the same time, he announced a naval blockade.
It's kind of
on
funny that
further
he's just
missile shipments
explaining
to
like
Cuba.
historical
But
events
the
that like
Soviets
just
didn't back down,
happened.
instead placing their
The
armed
snake.
forces on secondary alert.
Yeah.
Soviet transport ships carrying missiles continued on course towards Cuba. US and Soviet forces went on alert for an all-out nuclear war. Frantic negotiations were conducted through the UN's Emergency Security Council and unofficial channels.
I
And
will
the
say,
hair-trigger
as much as I
standard.
do love these games, it's unreal to me
Finally,
that
on
like
October the 28th, the Soviet Union
imagining
agreed
very
to remove
normie
its missiles
gamers
from
loving
Cuba.
these, like just launching
so the
this and being
world
like,
avoided
fuck
a
yeah,
nuclear
history
holocaust.
lesson. I love this shit.
But in order to get the Soviets to pull their missiles out,
Yeah, just
we
like,
had to
oh
make
yeah,
a
you
deal.
want to play a
The
sneaking
one way
mission?
the
Well,
US
first,
agreed to remove its
here's
IRBMs from
30
Turkey.
minutes of History Channel.
The Jupiter
Mikey, we're
IRBMs
playing
deployed in Turkey
Subsistence.
were obsolete, and we were going to get rid of them anyway.
The difference
They had no
between
strategic value
the different
whatsoever to
ones,
either the US or the Russians. The Turkey deal was a
Subsistence
ruse,
has
a
more
cover
like
story that was
bug
fed to the
fixes,
other
and it's just like a
intelligence agencies around the world.
better
So what did the
version.
Russians really
I think Subsistence has
They
the
wanted
Ape
us to
Escape
return
minigame.
Sokolov.
That too.
I actually don't know for
You
sure. Let me
mean
check.
The Soviets pulled out of Cuba just to get their hands on Sokolov.
It's kind of like a
That's right.
the smaller changes
What the hell
that
was he
Metal Gear
working on?
Solid 2's.
At the time, we
Substance
had no
had.
idea. We were running out of time. Was
Oh yeah,
either
that's right.
give
They
up
added the
Sokolov
fully
or
controllable
risk
camera.
full-scale nuclear war. In the end, we had no choice. President Kennedy gave in to Khrushchev's demand. The next day, I got Sokolov out of the hospital, handing him over to agents on the eastern side. Sokolov kept on screaming, "Save me," until he disappeared from my sight.
Yeah, the
why
HD
didn't you
version of
save
Metal
him?
Gear
Then a
Solid
month
2
ago,
Substance.
We received
Oh, sorry,
new
what was that?
information from one of
Oh,
our
I said then
models.
why didn't you save him?
About Sokolov.
Well,
Yes. He was
That's what
taken
we're
back to
doing-
the research
that's what we're
facility and
doing
forced
now.
to continue working on the weapon in question under KGB supervision. What's more, it's on the verge of completion.
So what kind of weapon is it? Something to do with space rockets?
No, missiles.
Same technology.
I guess you're right. We don't know the details, but it appears to be a new kind of nuclear device. For half a year now, the Soviets
yeah,
have been conducting
actual Ape
frequent
Escape.
nuclear tests at Semipalatinsk.
Something to do with the weapon, I assume.
We're talking about a secret weapon so big that Khrushchev was ready to pull out of Cuba to get it back.
Is Sokolov still in the facility?
No, according to our intelligence, he's in Selino-Yarsk, a place in the mountains about 3 miles to the west that's known as the Virgin Cliffs.
I like his little pointer in
Virgin
this.
Cliffs. Nice name for a virtuous mission.
They moved him there just recently.
Why?
Apparently, they're conducting a field test of the weapon, but it's our best chance to get him back.
Wait, what? There's
This
a
mission would never have been possible.
Wait, there's a
if we were
PC
still in the
version?
research facility.
this game?
This is our last chance. Sokolov must have known that too when he contacted us.
They're talking about Metal Gear Solid 2.
Oh, never mind. For 1 and 2.
Did everybody hear about the recent Metal Gear Solid rumors that 1 and 2 are getting like getting like PC remasters or something like that, and that Metal Gear Solid 1 is getting a full remake?
What? Really?
I mean, it's just like a rumor. I don't. It's yeah. People are treating it like a very, very early rumor.
I'll only play the remake if it's done by Nintendo again,
Your mission is to
and we get to see like newer Mario stuff in it.
Ensure the safety of Sokolov
So
and bring him
so
back
in this
to the
game,
West.
you parts of the cutscenes you can go into first person and check stuff out.
If we don't get Sokolov back before that
They're
weapon
just gonna
is
port the
complete,
Pachinko
we'll be facing a major
game,
crisis.
Metal Gear Solid game.
The clock is ticking.
Oh yeah, the Metal Gear Solid 3 pachinko machine with like the HD cutscenes, or like the completely remade
Once we
cutscenes.
confirm the rescue of Sokolov, stand by at the recovery point. The
Oh,
recovery
oh,
balloon will
look,
be dropped
there's
at that
Fox.
point. Helium will be pumped into the balloon to inflate it. The process takes about 20 minutes. Once it's complete, the gunship's arm will latch onto the balloon and pull it up.
The Fulton surface-to-air recovery system. I'm familiar with the theory.
Take it easy. It's been combat proven.
Yeah, the
think
Fulton
Sokolov
device
is
they're
up to
talking
it?
about right now is also used in the
The
Phantom
shock will be
Pain.
less than during
Yeah,
a
they
parachute
use
jump, and
that
the
a
arm can handle
lot
up to 500
in
pounds.
the rest of the series
So your
as just a way of extracting people.
combat talent?
She's equipped with two 6-barrel 20mm Vulcan cannons, as well as two 40mm
And James, you're getting a lot of
machine
bots
guns.
in your stream now.
Sounds like
Is
you
this
could
how you
hold
know
on
you've
against
made
a
it?
battalion of tanks.
Even with the fuel
Thanks
in the
for
reserve tank, we're
banning
facing a
Lord Wayne.
4-hour time limit.
Before I could even
If all goes well, it
market
shouldn't
read
take more than a few hours.
Home in time for dinner.
But if anything goes wrong,
You'll be eating dinner, breakfast.
and all the rest of your meals in the jungle.
what was that? Why they do that?
Just
Are they in
agreeing
on-
that he would be eating breakfast, lunch, and dinner in the jungle. Wow, good landing. Very similar to the beginning of Metal Gear Solid 2. He looks familiar. Is that right, En? It's not. He's in a mask.
I also like the chutzpah of doing that bit twice, basically.
Do you copy? You're already in enemy territory, and somebody might be listening in. From here on out, we'll be using code names to refer to each other. Your code name for this mission will be Naked Snake. I'll be referring to you as Snake from now on. You're not to mention your real name.
Snake?
Oh,
So
you don't like snakes?
in this game,
What do
you
you
have
mean?
they don't have like
You've won
pictures
before, haven't you?
or
In
like
survival training.
little webcams.
Yeah.
Instead, they
Glad to
they
hear.
have a slideshow
I don't know
of
if I'd ever order one at a
info about the
restaurant.
other
Be
person.
careful, you might not have a choice.
Your code name
What
will
about
be
you,
Raw
Major?
Hog.
What should I call you?
Let's see. I'll be Tom. Call me Major Tom. Oh, and Snake.
Like the David Bowie
Yeah.
song that hasn't been
The
written
crew
yet.
isn't watching anymore. You can take off the disguise now.
Good idea. This isn't right. Time for the snake to shed his skin.
Very cool, Snake. Ow!
He doesn't
I
know
was
what,
always
he
kinda
doesn't know
think-
what those are.
I never really understood that, like this scene.
He just doesn't know what they are. He's sort of trying to hide.
Can you hear me, Major Tom? This is Snake. Kept you waiting, huh?
This will be
I'm
a
saying
sneaking
that,
mission.
Snake.
You must not be seen by the enemy. You must leave no trace of your presence. Is that clear? This kind of infiltration is the Fox unit's
So
specialty.
this game
other
doesn't
words,
have the
weapons and
Fulton
equipment are
radar,
secure
so
on
we
site.
can't see
That
where
goes for food as
people
well.
are looking.
You're completely naked, just
But
as your name
we
implies.
have camo, which
Now I
kind
see
of
why you
helps
asked me
us
if I liked snakes. I suppose
hide a
calling
bit
me
better.
Snake was
Did you
your
say
idea of a joke,
Fulton
too.
radar?
Oh,
No.
what's
Good
it called?
reason for that.
The
Soliton?
Soliton.
When the
I
time
was
is
mixing
right.
up the Soliton
Gotcha.
radar and the
And
Fulton.
Fulton.
Back to the subject. How
Fulton device.
exactly am I supposed to feed myself?
You've been issued a knife and a tranquilizer gun. Use them to hunt for food. You'll also find some medical supplies in your backpack.
Yeah, about the backpack. I lost it in a tree on the way
I
down.
already ate it.
I see. Well, you'd better go back and get it then.
I think this is
You know
kind of
where it
funny
is?
because this mission you're
No
only
problem.
supposed to be
I
here
can
for a
see it
couple
from here.
hours,
It's stuck on a branch.
and like part of their equipment for you is like, yeah, here's
climb
a
a tree,
knife. Like make sure
Stand
you
in
know how
front
to
of the
eat
tree that's
like
covered in
animals
ivy and
while you're
press the
there,
action button.
instead of like giving him like a
I'll be monitoring your progress over the
I don't know
radio.
like a
Like
We
a
can't
rations.
bag of
violating
chips or
Soviet
like
airspace, but I'll be in the gunship.
like a hot dog
My
or
frequency
something
is
before going.
140.85. I'll give you a call if I need to talk to you. If you need to talk to me, use the send function. Okay, Snake, go get your backpack.
I'm not super familiar with the secret frequencies actually. I've
Yeah,
heard-
you were saying earlier that like this is probably the one you've played the least.
I mean, I think maybe Metal Gear Solid 1 might be the least, and this is like the second least, and then Metal Gear Solid 2. I mean, I just played a lot.
It's just such a different setting from the first two games.
Yeah. Yeah, it's only really survival in like a aesthetic sense.
Yeah, this is definitely not a survival game.
I see you've retrieved your backpack, Snake. To equip a weapon, it's necessary to take it out of your backpack. In the survival viewer, choose Weapon from the backpack. Your available weapons will be displayed in a window in the upper left. From that list, choose the weapon you want to equip and press the Enter button. For other equipped items, just do the same thing from item.
Got it. Use the survival viewer backpack.
Yep, that's right.
Right,
Survival is
Snake.
fundamental to this mission. After you've been out in the field for a while, your
What's
stamina
the
will
fun
start
in
to drop.
fundamental, Snake?
If your stamina gets too low, it'll affect your performance. You won't be able to shoot accurately, for example, and your wounds won't heal as smoothly. Keep an eye on your stamina so you don't run out. To recover lost stamina, you can hunt for local flora and fauna. You can use either your tranquilizer gun or your knife to hunt.
My only weapon is a Mark 22 Hush Puppy tranquilizer gun.
That's right. It's been fitted
Yeah,
with
I
its own
think that the
suppressor.
treating the injuries
However, the
part of
suppressor
this
will
game
deteriorate
was
every
cool.
time you fire. Once its durability reaches 0, the noise suppression effect will be gone. So don't get too trigger happy
I think
with
though
it.
that like
The
the only part of it that was
durability
kind
is
of
shown in
weird
the
is the
item.
fact that it
Any
auto
weapons and
selects
equipment beyond what
whatever
you're carrying now, you'll have
thing
to
you
find
need to
as you
heal
go.
part of your
I have
body,
to find my own weapons and
which kind of
equipment.
makes it
Whose crazy idea was this anyway?
like that whole system useless.
Solo
And usually you
covert
have enough
actions are standard Fox
meds
operating
and
procedure.
whatever to heal
You
whatever.
can't leave any traces of your presence. No weapons, equipment, footprints, sweat, or bodily waste. The same goes for bullets and cartridges, too. Your presence in enemy territory is already a violation of international conventions of warfare. There aren't supposed to be any American soldiers in Russia. It could spark an international incident. You can't let anyone see you. You can't let the enemy know you're there. This is a stealth mission. You're a ghost,
Yeah, that's
Snake,
not gonna
in
happen.
every
They're
sense of the word.
absolutely gonna see
There'll
me.
be no rescue if you're captured. The military and US government will deny any involvement in the affair.
Then I'll just have to take care of myself, huh?
I'm afraid
Yeah,
so.
he says that.
You've been given
He
a
says like
fake
don't
death
leave
bill for
anything,
that
but like
purpose.
Snake literally just
SIS
pulls a
guidelines
mask off
stipulate
his
that
face in the
soldiers
very
on
beginning that
covert
just
ops
says in
like this
big
one
letters
will be
US
issued a
Army on it
potassium cyanide capsule.
and leaves it on the
Tape it to your
floor.
body so you can take it when you need to.
How generous of you.
Use it if you're taken prisoner by the enemy. It'll send you into a state of false death for a short time.
Fooling them into thinking
Do
that I'm
people
really
actually
dead.
do this? Like
So how
have
do I come back
cyanide
to life?
pills in
Just take
in
the
like their
revival
teeth
pill.
Yeah.
You
during
mean
the
that
Cold
thing they
War?
put in my tooth before the mission?
I don't know
That's the one.
specifically during the
But be
Cold
careful.
War, but
If
like
you remain in a state of false death for too long,
I know the
nothing will be
dude,
able to bring you back.
the dude who
that.
assassinated Franz
I'll keep it in
Ferdinand
mind.
did.
You said this was a solo mission, right?
I know that
Right.
because it's a
I guess that means
fucking
I can't
shit
count
show
on
of a
any
story and it's actually really, really
Correct.
funny.
I'm really
Mission
surprised
rests
there was never
entirely in your
a
hands.
real one-man army.
like any sort of video game
Relax,
depiction
there's a
of the
support team ready
assassination
to
of
back
Franz
you up over
Ferdinand.
the radio.
Just because like they could have done
I'll
it for
introduce
the
them to you.
beginning of
This
Battlefield
time,
1. Do you remember
survival
like
is of
when
utmost importance.
all of the
First
like you
member of
play
the
a bunch of
support team will
soldiers
be
in
in
the beginning
charge
of the
of
game, you
monitoring
keep
your
on
physical
dying and it shows the
condition,
name. They
acting
could have
as a
had it
medic,
as
so to
you
speak,
being
as
like
well as recording your
one of
mission
the
data.
assassins trying to
There's a member of
assassinate
Fox
Franz
as well,
Ferdinand and just keep on
she's here
fucking
on
up
the
until you
gunship
get
with
to
me.
the last guy.
Yeah.
She.
If anyone's
Hello,
not
Sam.
aware
I'm
of the
paramedic.
history,
Nice to meet
I'll
you.
talk about it later after this cutscene. But it
As
is
the
a very
laboratory comes
funny
in by
story.
parachute.
Aren't you going to tell me your real name?
Are you going to tell me yours, Mr. Snake?
My name, huh? It's John Doe.
And they call you Jack for short. You're a regular Captain Nemo.
A name means nothing on the battlefield. After a week, no one has a name. What's your name?
Jane Doe.
Very funny.
I wasn't joking, but I'll tell you my name only if you manage to make it back
Like World
alive.
War One Metal Gear Solid.
My frequency
plays
is
the boss would be sick.
145.73.
Yeah,
She's also in charge of recording your mission data.
yeah. Having her being
Whenever
like,
you want to
was
save,
she in World
send
War
a
One or
message over the
two?
reserved save frequency.
The boss?
140.96.
World War II.
So saving lets me record my mission data.
That's right. It also records the state of your health.
Good to know.
There's one more person I want to introduce you to, Snake.
Huh?
Speaking of snakes, you remember the boss, don't
Oh,
you?
it's the boss.
A legendary soldier and your mentor. Actually, it was the boss that got the DCI's authorization in the first place. She's going to be serving as Fox's mission advisor.
Boss is?
She also
The
helped me
boss?
plan this mission. She and I were at SAS together.
Jack, is that you? How many years has it been?
Boss?
That's right. It's me.
The boss.
Talk to me.
Oh shit, it's
Let
my
me hear your
boss.
voice.
It's been 5 years, 72 days, and 18 hours.
You've
Girl
lost
boss.
weight.
Snake,
You can
that's
tell
kind of
just by the
weird
sound of my voice.
that you know it to the
Of
hour.
course I can. I know all about you.
Really? Well, I don't know anything about you.
What's that supposed to mean?
Why'd you disappear on me all of a sudden?
I was on a top secret mission. You didn't need me anymore.
But there were still so many things I wanted you to teach me.
No, I taught you everything you needed to know about fighting techniques. I taught you all I could. The rest you needed to learn on your own.
Techniques, sure. But what about how to think like a soldier?
How to think like a soldier? I can't teach you that. A soldier needs to be strong in spirit, body, and technique. And the only thing you can learn from someone else is technique. In fact, technique doesn't even matter. What's most important is spirit. Spirit and body are like two sides of a single coin. They're the same thing. I can't teach you how to think. You'll just have to figure it out for yourself. Listen to me, Jack. Just because soldiers are on the same side right now doesn't mean they always will be. Having personal feelings about your comrades is one of the worst sins you can commit. Politics determine who you face on the battlefield. And politics are a living thing. They change along with the times. Yesterday's good might be tomorrow's evil.
Is that why you abandoned me?
No, it had nothing to do with you. I already told you, Jack. I was on a top secret mission. A soldier has to follow whatever orders he's given. It's not his place to question why. But you're looking for a reason to fight. You're a natural-born fighter, but you're not quite a soldier. A soldier is a political tool, nothing more. That's doubly true if he's a career soldier. Right and wrong have no place in his mission. He has no enemies and no friends. Only the mission. You follow the orders you're given. That's what being a soldier is.
I do whatever I have to get the job done. I don't think about politics.
That's not the same thing. Sooner or later, your conscience is going to bother you. In the end, you have to choose whether you're going to live as a soldier or just another man with a gun. There's a saying in the Orient, loyalty to the end. Do you know what it means?
Patriotic.
It means devoting yourself to your country.
I follow the president and the top brass. I'm ready to die for them if necessary.
The president and the top brass won't be there forever. Once their terms are up, others will take their place.
I follow the will of the leader, no matter who's in charge.
People aren't the ones who dictate the missions.
Then who does?
The times. People's values change over time. And
I like how a lot of these themes are very like front-loaded in this game.
Yeah.
During like your first talk with the boss.
Only enemies in relative terms, constantly changing with the times. As long as we have loyalty to the end, there's no point in believing in anything, even in those we love.
And that's the way a soldier's supposed to think?
The only thing we can believe in with absolute certainty is the mission, Jack.
All right, but do me a favor.
What is it?
Call me Snake.
Snake? Oh, right. Your codename is Snake. It suits you well.
That's right. The legendary unit that the boss put together during World War II.
He was just listening in on all of that.
Heroes that brought the war
Just
to an end.
trying to find any way to just like cut, like interject so that like Snake can start.
Isn't that right, Snake?
Yeah, I can't think of anyone else I'd rather have with me. Oh, and one more thing, boss.
Yes?
It's good to hear your voice again.
Same here. After all, who knows if either of us will make it out alive? Snake, you are always best at urban warfare and infiltrating buildings. But this is the jungle. Survival is going to be key. Those CQC techniques I taught you are sure to come in handy.
CQC? Close quarters combat, huh? I've been in the Green Berets for the past few years. I'm probably pretty rusty.
Not to worry. I'll be here to help you
All right,
remember.
here's a whole new
After all, this is your first actual
combat
survival
system,
mission.
which isn't
I'll
really
be supporting
that
you over the radio.
much
Where
of
are
a
you,
combat
boss?
system.
Next to the Major?
The boss is communicating with us by radio from aboard a Permit-class submarine in the Arctic Ocean.
My frequency is 141.80. Call me if you need my advice on battle techniques.
Gotcha.
Your mission is to retrieve Dr. Sokolov. Dr. Sokolov is being held in an abandoned factory located to the north of your current position.
Whoa.
Avoid
I don't
heavy
remember
combat
there
and
being
don't let
videos
anyone see
ever
you.
in the codec calls. Maybe that's a new
Don't
thing
forget
with
that
Subsistence.
This is a stealth mission.
Do you remember, Chloe?
I don't remember. I don't think I've ever played Subsistence either.
I haven't either.
Snake,
I just chose
try to
it
remember
because
some of the basics of CQC.
I know Substance like fixed a lot of bugs and stuff that were in Metal Gear Solid 2.
Oh yeah, are you gonna try to go for a no-kill run?
Ooh. Chat, should I try to go for a no-kill run?
Commencing virtuous mission now.
I would say yes.
Okay.
I like did a pseudo no kill run when I did mine. It was very hard.
An all-kill genocide run.
I'll try to see how far I get and a no-kill run until I keep losing, and then ooh, wait, that's a good idea, doing a vegan run. I can't eat any animals. That actually might be pretty hard.
What else can you eat in this game? I don't even remember.
Also,
isn't it literally all just like reptiles? I like him. Aw.
What's his name? Name him.
Name him.
Mud.
Johnny, after Johnny from the other game.
Isn't there also the shit man's elder in this game though?
Is there?
I'm
what?
pretty sure Johnny's.
Oh, like yeah, his like
elder
grandpa.
is in this.
You might be right.
Wait, what?
That like Johnny's like dad or grandpa is like a soldier in this, or it's
Oh yeah.
implied.
No, I think you're right.
Okay, so all right, so I'm gonna try to do a vegan pacifist run.
Major, I've spotted 2 enemy soldiers.
They're probably KGB troops sent to guard Sokolov.
AK-47s and grenades.
Low emissions run. Yeah, like a small eco
Snake,
footprint
your
run.
presence in Soviet territory is already a violation of international law. We can't let the Kremlin find out that the CIA and the American government are involved. Contact with the enemy is strictly prohibited. Don't engage them in battle either.
Yeah, I like calling it a green
is
run.
A stealth mission. Got that?
The Major is right. The point of this mission is to sneak through the jungle without being seen. The success of the mission depends on how well you use your camouflage.
Ooh, get a
your
random
camouflage
fact.
by selecting
I can tell the
from
story of
survival
the
viewer.
Franz
The
Ferdinand's
uniform option
assassination
lets you
Oh,
pick
yeah,
your
sure.
uniform,
after this
while the face
cutscene.
option
Oh, I mean,
lets
this is
you
just
change your
explaining
face
like
color.
camo.
Okay.
Choosing
So,
camouflage that blends in with your
Archduke
surroundings
Franz
will help
Ferdinand
you
was
conceal
assassinated,
yourself more
which is
effectively.
essentially like the event that of Austria. He was the
Also,
Archduke of
don't
Austria,
forget that anything that moves
which is
will
like the
stand out
event
in the
that
jungle.
kind
If you
of
just stand up and run
essentially
around like an
caused
idiot,
World War
you're
One
bound to be
to start.
spotted.
It was like the
But if you
instigating
crawl
event.
instead, you should be able to sneak
His
by without being
assassination was
noticed.
actually kind of a shit show because like the Serbians had like
You can
like
see how
5 or
effective your
6 assassins
camouflage is
set
by
up
looking at
along
the
this like
camo
planned
index.
motorcade.
The camo index shows how well your
But
current
like it just
camouflage
drove
blends in with the
past like the
surrounding area.
first 4 dudes like
The higher
without
the
them
value,
who
the
were all
harder
like
they are
armed
to
and ready to
spot,
go.
and vice versa.
But like just because of like weird scheduling and like
The key is to
other
make
unexpected
yourself
things, like it just
vulnerable to
drove past the
Keep that in
assassins.
mind as you go along.
Eventually one of them like tried to throw a bomb into the motorcade.
Well, he wait, was he like the one who actually killed him?
No, one of
Okay.
the assassins like chucked a bomb at the motorcade. It bounced off the motorcade and just into the street and blew up the car behind it, which was not the one that Franz Ferdinand was in.
Also, but by the
And
way,
then-
like because it was like the early 1900s, it was literally like a Mario bomb, like just a black like sphere with like a pss on top.
So he fucking comically throws this shit, it bounces off and blows up the car behind it. Franz Ferdinand and his motorcade, they're all just like, oh shit, and they like take off. The assassin dude bites down on his cyanide pill and then jumps into the river, but because it was like summer or something, the river was only a few centimeters deep at the time, and his cyanide pill was expired, so it just made him start vomiting. So a crowd just like overtakes the dude and beats the shit out of him before like the police come and arrest him. Meanwhile, like the last assassin in this like line of assassins is like in a sandwich shop and is like just coming out as Franz Ferdinand's motorcade is passing by. So he gets the lucky shot. So he shoots Franz Ferdinand and but just like every
Imagine being the guy who's just coming out of a sandwich shop and you're like, is that Franz Ferdinand?
Just being like, oh shit.
Yeah, like it's just some like Benny Hill shit.
I'm just really surprised there's never been like a like any sort of like, you know, fictional depiction of that assassination in anything. Just because it's such a funny like bit of history.
I don't know, I love like really, really old historical events that have that level of like slapstick level absurdity to them.
Yeah, the 2 pages I have of facts are Cold War facts and CIA facts, and a lot of it, there's a bunch of CIA facts that involve Castro.
Oh yeah, we have to, didn't they like try to like poison like I
mean, they just tried to assassinate him like 80 times.
They tried to kill him.
Always failed.
They tried to kill him with like some James Bond ass shit too, like a cigarette that would explode or something.
Didn't they also have like a cancer gun they tried to shoot him with?
Yeah.
Like just a gun that would give him cancer.
Okay, wait, Chad. So I'm doing a green vegan run right now. If I shoot this beehive, is that vegan or no?
I'd say
Doesn't
no.
it depend? I was gonna say, yeah. Isn't it like, well, do the bees show up in that one part? Because I assume that that's how you find out how vegan your run is.
I mean, you're shooting the hive, so it's like you're hurting the bees, kind of.
Hey, larger birdie. I'm not gonna shoot the.
Just my imagination.
I'm not gonna shoot the hive. That would be hurting the bees. Oh. No. Don't call the radio. Okay.
What's going on? Respond. There's something wrong. Support unit, confirm their status.
I think I'm out at the hive first.
Yeah, so what you missed so far is just, this is Snake. Not Solid Snake, but just Snake. And it is currently the Cold War. And he's dropped down into Soviet Russia to... What's the mission called? Virtuous Mission?
Virtuous Mission.
Come in, H.
Not much has happened. We like, kind of just started.
Patrol here. Acknowledged. Keep your eyes open.
Oh yeah, just in case anyone's confused and it's not obvious, like, I should reiterate that, like, this is not Solid Snake. If that wasn't, like,
Snake.
obvious.
This is weird
Like-
Snake.
This is Crazy Snake.
This is
Straight Snake.
Straight Snake.
Major, I've reached the abandoned factory where Sokolov is supposedly being held.
Vegan Snake.
This place is a dump.
So this game is about, like, what you learn about in Metal Gear Solid 1 and 2 is that as you're a clone of Big Boss, who is like the original Snake.
I wonder
And
how
this
long
is like
this
you're
lasts.
playing as him now, like the ultimate old soldier who's
Your
just
objective,
hella
Sokolov,
good
is
at
inside the factory.
being
They should be
sneaky and
holding
stuff.
him in a room in the northeast section.
Northeast section. Got it.
This is Snake,
Be
but
careful.
without all the daddy
Your
issues.
mission is to
Instead, he
bring
has
Sokolov
mommy
back
issues,
alive.
which we'll
Mhm.
get to
He
later.
must not be exposed
Yeah.
to any kind of danger. Do not approach Sokolov while in the alert phase.
Right.
Oh, and one more thing, Snake.
You mean there's more?
No, it's just that when you get to Sokolov, I want you to tell him something from me.
And that is?
Sorry for being so late.
Is that all?
Yes.
Understood. Beginning my
He
approach
leads
to
to
the target.
Ocelot's gay awakening.
It's like my favorite plot point in all this is that he literally is like why Ocelot is gay, or like why he's gay within the like weird subtext of the games.
Save your game.
Oh. Thank you. Actually, this is a hard part, and I always suck at this area. Because you don't have a Soliton radar, so it's kind of hard to like know where people are.
Who's that? What's going on?
No. Oh, that doesn't really help.
Maybe just reload.
Yeah. That wasn't gonna end well. Sneaky.
What's wrong?
Oh, get a random fact. Cardboard wants a fact. Let me see.
What's wrong?
So this is a weird one. During the Cold War, Soviet troops were not issued toilet paper in the field, which led to them using official documents as toilet paper. And then spies were later sent in to retrieve these documents from disposal bins, which is seen as one of the most successful espionage missions of the Cold War. It was called Operation Tamarix.
Operation Doo-Doo Paper.
It was run by the military intelligence services of the US, UK, and France. It was basically they just gathered discarded paper, letters, and garbage from Soviet trash bins. But a bunch of the spies complained that the documents they were recovering were covered in fecal matter and even amputated limbs.
Wait, what?
Specifically in like hospital rubbish bins.
Oh, okay.
And when the spies told their handlers about like the amputated limbs, they were specifically told to bring those back as well so they could study what type of shrapnel the Soviets were using. Fun Cold War facts.
Wow.
It's just how like America is. Just like grab us some doo-doo paper so that we can read it, and also while you're there, pick up some limbs.
A lot of little creatures down here.
There's nobody here.
I wonder if Call of Duty Cold War will capture the sheer fucking absurdity of the Cold War. Aw, buddies.
The thing is, like, if they actually tried to capture like what probably being the Cold War was like, I imagine Call of Duty fans would fucking hate it because it would be a lot of just like It'd be a lot of like shit like that, or it would be like, yeah, your job is you gotta go hang out with these hippies in the Haight-Ashbury district and feed them acid until they go crazy.
Oh my god, there's so many.
And then you ask why, and you're like, well, we want to find out if you can feed acid to people to make them go crazy.
Yeah. No, I can't eat them. I'm not gonna eat them.
Wait, Love Lane, what? That's such a weird.
I'm gonna go back.
Netanyahu specifically brings dirty laundry when he visits the US so it can be washed by the people he stays with. Why? Am I missing something?
I don't know. I mean, I live in an apartment, so I can kind of understand. Sometimes laundry's a...
Huh?
Oh, just thinking about how I don't know. For some reason, that story just reminded me how, like, whenever we would visit our parents, we would just bring our laundry.
That's because we have to pay for laundry in our apartment.
Yeah, that's...
Maybe America makes Israel pay for their laundry.
That'd be really funny if Netanyahu, like, as fucking powerful and wealthy as he is just like, oh shit, it's laundry day, this sucks. Oh, but I'm visiting the US tomorrow, maybe I'll just bring it along and make them do it.
Honestly, yeah, you're right, Grant. Just the absurdity of the metaphor of the U.S. literally cleaning Israel's prime minister's dirty laundry.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Save your game.
Oh.
He like brings it over and he's like, yeah, but your guys' wash really gets the blood out.
Who's that?
Wait, hold on. Okay. Thank God I saved, like, right there.
The camo system in this is really
What's
cool. I was a big fan
the
of it.
button for CQC?
Don't kill him.
Oh, wait, no.
I was gonna say you're gonna make the same mistake I always made, which is accidentally killing them. Grant says hold circle.
No, somebody's heading over here.
Frank in
No.
the head.
Okay. Alright. Here's what I'm gonna do. Okay. Saving.
Grant says you should kill guys with save animals.
Hmm. The bee guy's really good.
You must be Sokolov.
Are you one of Volkin's men?
He just wiped his ass with all those.
Yeah.
No.
I'm
a
making
CIA
doo-doo
agent.
gas.
I've come to escort you back to the other side of the Iron Curtain.
Your CIA?
Yeah. I was sent by Major Zero, the man who got you out 2 years ago.
Zero?
I have a message from him.
What is it?
He said to
Oh
tell
my
you
god,
sorry
the
for being so
fury
late.
on Pacifist might be really hard.
Also, I don't want to spoil anything, but there is a
It
reason
means
that
he's a man of
killing a
his
few
word.
enemies might make one part more interesting.
But we've got no time for this.
Oh. Whoa, I didn't even think of that.
So yeah,
I know what
I
you're talking about.
actually agree. Save the animals. Who
Colonel
cares
Volkin of
about
Peru.
people?
You in the West know him as Thunderbolt.
I guess just like avoid killing too many people. That's probably
Heard of him.
fair.
Yeah.
Kill a
He's a
good
member of the Army's
range
extremist faction, a man who seeks to seize control of the motherland. Ever since the Cuban
Try
Missile
to
Crisis 2
stealth
years ago,
and
Gamer,
Khrushchev
good
has
job
been
playing all
pursuing a
those
policy of
games.
peaceful
Anyway.
coexistence with the West.
Try to
I've got
stealth
more
and use your
criticism.
trank gun
Criticism
when
from Hawks in the
possible,
army
but if you get
and the
caught
provincial
and like need to
authorities.
get out of
Khrushchev has
it,
managed
then
to
you can like
suppress
fight
the
back.
opposition so
Though what's
far.
funny is like a lot of
But the
people
failure of his
consider
agricultural
using
policies
the
has put him in a
the trank
precarious
gun as like a
position.
huge like
And
crutch.
on top of that,
Just
Yeah.
because like it is like kind of a easy gun.
Kennedy's
Yeah, but I mean it's
assassination.
a stealth game, so I always thought that was kind of
in a
silly.
sense, Khrushchev
Yeah.
has lost his biggest partner and his power
Drain
base
Gun
is
is
rapidly
OP
crumbling
during
away.
like normal
A
play,
certain
but
group
it's
is
not OP
plotting to
when
use this
against
opportunity to seize
bosses.
power by rallying the
Yeah.
anti-government forces, overthrowing Khrushchev, and
They do make it a
installing
little better
Brezhnev
in
and
this game
Kosygin in
because
his
they make
place. The
silencers
mastermind behind this plot is Colonel Volker,
on
the Cruel.
what's it called?
He has control
Like
over
disposable
another
or like
secret
they wear
weapons
out.
research
Oh wow,
facility
Larger
much
Birdie,
like
thanks so
this
much
one.
for the
OKB
two
812,
tier 1 gift
known as
subs.
the Granin
Oh,
Design
thank you.
Bureau, and is using it to further his plans.
Oh, I
But that is
appreciate it,
not
Larger
enough to
Birdie. Thank
satisfy
you.
him. Now he's
Also,
planning to
happy 8
seize the
o'clock.
secret weapon I have been developing here and use it as leverage in his bid for power. The intelligence says that they are going to make their move during the test.
Then, the soldiers outside.
Exactly. They wouldn't need that many men just to keep me inside. Their orders were to prevent Colonel Volgin from capturing me. Even if it meant killing me in the process, or so it would seem. Volgin will come. I'm sure of it. You must get me out of here before then.
Oh, I think I might have missed the...
Leave it to me.
I wasn't paying attention when they started talking about Volgin. We'll be seeing Volgin
By the way,
soon.
your Russian is superb. Where did you learn to speak it?
From my mentor.
Is that so? America's truly a frightening country.
Why was that so slow?
Having second thoughts.
No. I have no love for this place. Let's go.
One sec.
Major.
Let me
this
call an
is
Uber.
Snake. Sokolov is safe with me. He's doing fine. No injuries.
Good work, Snake. Now hurry up and get Sokolov to the recovery point. We'll rendezvous with you there.
Roger.
What about the sentries?
I managed to get past them.
I see.
What about the boss?
Oh,
We
that's so
lost
funny.
contact with the
During
boss
that
sometime
part,
What
I
happened?
always, because I'm not like
Probably just a weak
playing
signal.
like a wimp and
hurry
just like
get
save
Sokolov out of
states,
there.
Snake always says like, oh yeah, I got caught a bunch of times and had to shoot my way through something.
Yeah, Volgin's one of my favorite characters.
He is a really good villain. I agree.
Oh shit, is this?
Huh?
Is it?
Yes.
Oh boy.
Yeah, we're about to see somebody very cool.
Freeze!
No.
Oh. Grab any flashbangs for this part?
So this is the legendary boss.
No, I don't think so. Actually, maybe.
Huh? We meet at last.
Anyone recognize him? I guess for people who haven't played this
From the
game.
Ocelot unit of Spetsnaz.
Huh.
What's a GRU soldier doing here?
Soldier?
He's the Ocelot
So
commander.
cool.
That's Major Ocelot to you. And don't you forget it.
Sokolov is ours. Now get out of here.
And Ocelot never lets his prey escape.
What?
Here it comes. Oh, never mind. His name is just God. So good. Yeah, Ocelot's definitely not doing a no-kill run.
I can't say it feels good to kill a comrade, even if it is for the Gru.
Sokolov, take cover.
Huh. You're not the boss, are you?
Here it comes.
Broke the game.
Yeah, he just glitches the game a little bit to bring out his squad.
What is that stance? Huh. That gun.
That's what I'm always saying too.
If you're not the boss, then die.
Major! Leave it! Shoot the other one! Whoa!
So, for Metal Gear Solid 2, they had a lot of consulting for, like, they had a lot of military consulting for, like, for enemy AI. And in this one, they had a lot of consulting for, I guess, CQC or just, like, or Judo or whatever.
I thought you were gonna say for gay flirting. Did you know you go outside of like a gay bar in Seattle and this is just what they're doing?
Impossible. You ejected the first bullet by hand, didn't you? I see what you were trying to do, but testing a technique you've only heard about in the middle of battle wasn't very smart. You were asking to have your gun jam on you. Besides, I don't think you're cut out for an automatic in the first place. You tend to twist your elbow to absorb the recoil. That's more of a revolver technique.
Perhaps you could be a revolver dog.
Yeah, perhaps you could be a revolver ocelot.
Who ever heard of something like that?
But that was some fancy shooting. You're pretty good.
But I'm better.
Good.
I'm the call Dad.
Major, do you read me?
I read you. Snake, you alright?
Why didn't
Run
Snake
into a
kill
few
him?
Snags. These guys were after
doing a
Sokolov
no-kill
too.
run.
Apparently they were taking orders from a GRU colonel named Volgan.
A GRU colonel?
Part of an internal Soviet power struggle, according to Sokolov. Something between
Yeah,
the
Snake
KGB
never.
and
I don't
GRU,
think like I can't think of
between
any
Khrushchev's supporters and Volgan's.
cutscenes
Sokolov was being guarded by
past
the
Metal Gear
KGB
Solid
and
1 where he
hunted
just
by
explicitly
GRU?
kills people.
Snake, it sounds like this could be even hotter than Cuba.
I don't like it. Something about the whole thing stinks.
I agree. You'd better hurry.
Sokolov ran off by himself.
Also, you don't
I'll catch
have
up
like a.
We're counting on you.
You only have your tranquilizer gun. So you could kill him, actually. One thing that players like to do is they're just like, oh, wow, he's knocked out. Why don't I just kill him with my knife? But you get this when that happens.
Time paradox,
Created a
right?
time
Yeah, it creates a time paradox.
You can't go changing the future like that.
Talking to you from the past.
I like how fast the stars spin.
Yeah. Oh, and he's sleeping because I shot him with a tranq dart. Yeah. Oh, Grant. Yeah. When you said that, I forgot that that happens the second time you enter that area. Stun grenades are really helpful for that part.
From the Ocelot unit.
Spetsnaz?
Yes. The best GRU has to offer. They're coming for me. I'm finished.
Calm down. I'll get you out of here, I promise. And we've got some of the best backup we could ask for.
Look.
No, I'm playing on normal.
That's what they were making you build?
Yes. The Shagohod. The treading behemoth. A tank capable of launching nuclear IRBM.
It can launch nuclear missiles from that kind of terrain?
Oh, yes. And without support from friendly units.
A nuclear-equipped tank capable of operating solo. Is that thing finished?
No, this is only the end.
The Shagohod is really funny.
It won't be truly finished until we complete phase 2.
The Shagohod isn't technically a Metal Gear, is it?
No, it's not. It is cool
If it is
though.
completed and the Colonel gets his hands on it, it will mean the end of the Cold War.
The end of the Cold War?
Yes.
And then we'll have a
And then
hot
the Age of
war.
Fear will truly begin.
A world war.
I had no choice but to cooperate. I didn't want to die. I wanted to see my wife and child again in America. Please, take me to America, quickly. They cannot complete it without my help.
Got it. Let's go.
Gonna be right back.
Oh, okay.
The Shagohod is not a Metal Gear literally just because it's not like a bipedal mech, right?
I also don't think
It's
they
also
had
not
like.
equipped with nukes.
Oh yeah, it is.
Is it?
Yeah,
I thought it was just.
it can shoot nuclear IRBMs.
Oh.
Also, this is the boss who we were talking to earlier and laid out all the themes in this game.
Good work, Jack.
What are you doing here?
Sokolov comes with me.
Boss, behind you, behind you.
Huh? Hornets.
Yeah, here's all the bosses we're gonna have to fight. Bees guy.
Cobra unit's so good.
Yeah.
They might be like the best of all of the units. Or like my personal favorite. Maybe.
The Cobra unit is really, I mean, as much as I like Metal Gear Solid 2, I think the Cobra unit is far more interesting.
We will fight with you once
Except the
more.
Fury never, like, I didn't think got enough time.
The Fury's so cool though.
Yeah.
Boss.
Now that all 5 of us are together, it's time we go to the depths of hell itself.
Yeah, Satan's Sword, like that's what I'm talking about. Like there could absolutely be like a fucking X-Men ass World War II Metal Gear Solid game that's just about Cobra unit.
Oh no.
Is he crying?
Oh wow, you can't even see him. What? That texture glitch has completely covered the sorrow.
Yeah.
There was supposed to be a guy there.
James, you have to fix this, dude.
Alright, I'll
It's now it's starting to
I'm gonna write
interfere.
down a note to say to fix in big letters, fix graphics.
You gotta tighten up the graphics.
You see, big note. I can't.
Oh, there he is, Volgan.
Oh yeah, that's Volgan. Electric Russian man.
Scene.
Colonel Volgan.
Welcome to my country. And to my unit.
Boss, what is this?
I'm defecting to the Soviet Union. Sokolov is a little gift from my new hosts.
Recoilless nuclear warheads. These will make a fine gift.
Also, yeah, those recoilless nuclear warheads are
Who is
real.
he? Another one of your disciples?
They weren't really used though. They're kind of like impractical.
We taking him with us?
No, this one is still just a child. Too pure for us Cobras. He has not yet found an emotion to carry into battle.
What are you talking about?
Think you can pull the trigger?
Snake, pick a damn emote already.
The confusion. What would you be if you were in Cobra unit?
Me?
Yeah.
I would be, He's seen my face.
Snake would be the hunger.
Leveling the time.
Can't let him live. If Khrushchev finds out about this, we're finished.
The despair, the annoyed. These are all good.
He must die.
Wait. He's my apprentice. I'll take care of him. Jack, you can't come with us.
Okay.
That's mine, the gamer. Absolutely wrecked. Ow, just like a back flop from that high. Probably hurts really badly. Also like getting your arm broken too and your ribs broken.
That face when your girl says I'm defecting to the Soviet Union.
When your mom says I'm defecting to the Soviet Union.
Now, onto Sokolov's research facility.
When your mom interferes in your mission to defect and also to bring recoilless nuclear warheads to the Soviets.
Just to be clear, in case anyone hasn't played this, the boss is not actually Snake's mom.
Yeah.
She was just like his mentor and is kind of like a mother figure, sort of.
Yeah, she's like the original. I mean,
she's the mother of the special forces. Like that's what.
Yeah, and as far as like all of Snake's skills, like for all Snakes in these series, like basically like originate from her. Now we get to learn about healing and how the health
Snake,
system
can
works.
you hear me?
Yeah, just barely.
Snake, listen to me. You need emergency medical treatment. Can you move? You've got to get those wounds treated. Hang in there. All right, let's get you fixed up. Paramedic?
Okay, Snake. Just relax and it'll all be over before you know it.
If you had a McDonald's meal, that
Stay
was like
with me. I've seen people in worse shape before.
Be in your meal.
Think you can handle it?
Major. The boss.
It would just be like a.
She's defected.
We'll talk about that later. First, we've got to get you patched up.
Okay, here we go.
No, what would yours be,
First,
Chloe?
open the
Mine would
survival
be
viewer
a
with the
Beyond
start
Meat
button.
Big Mac, because
If
I
you
want
select cure, you
them
can
to
start the
make one.
treatment. Healing is divided into treatment.
I guess
using
that's not that
medicine with the
special.
item window button, and surgical
That's the only
treatment
thing
with
I
the
like.
I don't know, but like the
Your
cactus
injury is
jack
the
meal, like
left
it really
elbow
isn't
and
that
wrist
special either.
and
It's just like a
lacerations on your
normal
upper arms, right elbow, and
hamburger,
abdomen.
but has bacon in it.
They need to be fixed using surgical treatment.
Beyond Meat McRib.
Move the
Whoa.
healing cursor with the left analog
I feel like
stick
mine
to
would
the
just be
affected
like a
part
lot
of
of
your body.
fries. Just like the
Once you've
biggest
selected the affected
fries, like a
area,
little bit
hold the
bigger than their
weapon window
largest
button and use
size.
the left analog stick to
And
select the medical item, and then press the enter button.
I want them
With
to
this
start
method, use
making
items to help your recovery
Beyond Meat
process.
chicken nuggets at fast
Treat a
food
bone
places.
fracture. First
Yeah.
secure the affected area with a fastener, and then wrap it in bandages. That should
Yeah,
do
mine
it.
would just be fries and just like
For
every dipping
lacerations,
sauce
use
for free.
disinfectant to clean the
Like they
wound,
wouldn't charge you
sutures to
25
stitch it
cents or
up,
whatever.
Styptic to slow the flow of blood, and bandages to wrap the wound. If you do everything I
And
mentioned,
then maybe
the
like
wound should heal
a,
completely.
I don't know,
Understood?
like a, it would also come with a Happy Meals toy.
Stay with me. Go into the survival viewer and treat those wounds.
Are the spicy nuggets good? I've heard they're like not too. So right now I can't move. Pretty in pain.
And this is like Tarkov.
Yeah, you just have to kind of use the right things and like just kind of guess or Wait, what was that one? Oh, it's just a cut.
I don't think they have Beyond Chicken in the States. I think that's just in at KFC. Isn't that just in Canada?
I'm pretty sure that's just in Canada. Yep, that's the healing system in this game. You can see somebody's body nearby with the controllable camera. Oh. Dang, did I miss it? I think I know what you're talking about. Can't you see, like, the Sorrow's body? If you look around at that part? I probably missed it.
Oh, like floating around?
It does, yeah, this game still looks good.
Job, Snake.
We're coming to get you now. Just stay where you are. We'll drop a recovery.
There
balloon.
are, like, kind of
set it
some parts that feel too blotchy, where they're trying to, where they, like, add a lot of, Oh, can you see him from around here?
Look up.
Oh, that was on for a second. Yeah, I wish they took the whatever assets they used to make the Pachinko game and just built off of that to make like an actual Metal Gear Solid 3 remake. Taking the shackle.
I actually don't.
Huh?
I don't think I would really want a Metal Gear Solid 2 or 3 remake. I just think they're so iconic in and of themselves. Like Metal Gear Solid 1 I think would be cool just because of how just because of like how limited the technology was when they made that game.
Yeah. I think like Metal Gear Solid 2, I'm totally fine with it never being remade, but I think this one they were really pushing the PS2 to its limits with like all the foliage and stuff. So seeing that in HD might be kind of
like
cool.
doing a remaster would be cool. I just mean like a full remake.
Oh, yeah.
I don't know.
So yeah, this is a real thing that exists. It's just like a gun that shoots a nuke. It's called the Davy Crockett, and it's like they just made it, and they just had like their assumption was like, oh yeah, maybe soldiers will just like carry a gun with a nuke on it.
To the boss and her cobras.
Oh, Cardboard asked you something.
Oh, you're in yellow. Yes. I mean, I started reading it, but I still need to finish it. What I saw of it is really good. Really good art.
What are we going to do with the girl?
Who is she?
Apparently she's Sokolov's woman.
Yeah, somebody posted it on the Discord.
She's a nice catch. I'll take her. Not so fast, my dear. A kiss of death.
You
Damn it.
KGB.
I'm making nachos.
We may be able to use her.
You making nachos?
Yeah, I was just
Oh,
like, man, I
yummy.
really want some nachos right now. I don't know why. I still got Revolver Ocelot.
Yes, spunk.
I went,
Shall we
since
take her
we've
back to
been
the
in
base?
Seattle, I went to one Mexican
Perhaps we should.
restaurant and
We
got
have no further use
nachos.
for Sokolov's research facility.
They were not good.
I think it's time I gave this marvelous new toy a
I think that's
try.
one thing I miss about California.
Colonel, even if they are
Is
our
Mexican
enemies, they're
food.
still our countrymen.
But it won't be me that pulled the trigger. It'll be our friend, the American defector.
You're going to nuke your fellow Russians?
Not your fellow.
Remember the Alamo.
Colonel!
Yeah, so he just nukes a nearby place. Oh, San Diego? Everybody I've talked to who lives in San Diego is like, just any Mexican place they've gone to, they're like, oh, this is okay, but it's way better in San Diego, which I guess makes sense. Oh, nuke.
And now...
Oh, saved.
I forget when the opening credits is. Is it now?
It might be.
Thank you, Eater.
Yep.
More games need opening credit sequences.
Yeah. I mean, it works really well for this game too, because this is like a James Bond ass like opening and song.
Damn, it really do be a thrill though.
And silence through the night. What a thrill. I'm searching.
Yeah, I grew up eating a lot of burritos, obviously, just being in California.
But you're so supreme. I give my life not for honor, but for you.
I think one reason too this game was really popular is because it had like stuff like this, like a good theme song.
No, that makes sense. That's track.
It's very I don't know how a good way to
It
describe
just had
it.
like good like classic drama elements, I guess. Just like the character drama is good.
Yeah.
And like all Metal Gear Solid games, it is basically a soap opera.
Yeah. I think it's just these elements accentuate that.
Thanks for the follow, Brady Walters. Hope you're having a good night. I'm moving the controller and being very careful not to like push a button and skip this.
Yeah, people would be pissed. You'd have to start over.
Yeah, I have to start the game over.
Yeah, I really love Death Stranding. Still, I think I appreciated that they were able to make like an action game that wasn't about shooting and killing people. I feel like you can't even really compare Death Stranding and Metal Gear Solid just because of MGS's like legacy.
Yeah.
Currently flying over the Arctic Ocean, altitude 30,000 feet, approaching Soviet airspace.
All right, back on our
Arriving
bullshit.
at the designated drone launch point. Drone oil pressure and voltage are nominal. Payload oxygen supply is nominal.
Cardboard
Power supply to
asks,
payload
thoughts on a
83
Metal Gear
system shows
Solid
no
film?
problems.
Which game would you want to
No
see on
gusts.
screen?
All
The
systems
first-
go for drone detachment. Snake, we can't risk
Yeah,
a
I
halo
think if
jump
there
this
was
time
gonna be a
around.
Metal Gear Solid
Airspace
game,
security is probably
it wouldn't
tighter since we
be
were last
like
here.
based on any of
Can't get as close
these
to the ground as
games.
we
Like
did
it would
during
have to
the
be
virtual
on some
mission.
separate thing, either in
Instead,
between the
we'll be
games
using one
or
of our newest weapons.
before.
Snake, you're being given an honor on par with Alan Shepard.
I want a film that covers
This is our
material
last
like
chance.
between 1 and 2.
Show your
Yeah,
patriotism.
Dude, give me
If you
that
fail,
Cobra
you'll be
Unit
back in a hospital bed
movie.
again, waiting for the
just
firing
or just
squad.
watching like Snake just drinking in Alaska forever and just not doing anything.
So how does it feel
And
to be
then
a patient in one of the most
joining up
advanced
with
ICUs in the
Otacon
world?
eventually.
Would you do me a favor and tell the suits about visiting hours?
Oh man,
I'll never get better with them
Phantom
assaulting
Pain
day
could
and
actually
night with
probably work as a
questions.
TV show too.
Must be part
No,
of the
like
top
a
brass's
miniseries?
inquiry.
More
Yeah.
like an
Yeah, because
interrogation.
Box mentions Peace
According to
Walker.
them, I'm a traitor and an
Yeah,
accomplice
no,
to
that
the
would make a lot
boss's
of sense.
defection.
They're just looking for a scapegoat.
Does that mean they're after you too?
Let's just say neither one of us is going to be made a
I think if they
national
tried to
hero.
make a movie out of
Does this
Metal
mean
Gear
Fox
Solid
is going to
3,
die?
like it would never be as
No.
good as the game.
This fox is still one step ahead of the hounds. The reason I came to see you today, Jack, it's time for Fox to clear its name.
What are you talking about?
The situation has changed. We've still got a chance to come out of this one alive.
Yeah, what kind of chance?
Don't get too excited.
How many
Yeah.
Metal Gear Solids do
Have
you
a
plan
cigar.
on playing?
It's Cuba.
At least till 4, and then definitely gonna
This morning,
play
I had a meeting with the CIA.
Metal Gear Solid 5
They
Ground
decided they were
Zeroes.
gonna execute us?
We're
No.
probably gonna skip Peace Walker.
Something even bigger.
Might play
Yesterday,
Metal Gear
the
Solid
White House
5.
received an unexpected
Is
call.
yeah, if we play if we do play Metal Gear Solid 5, I will probably be playing a bunch of it in the background, and then we'll like stream
It
like
was a
important
hotline call
parts.
from Khrushchev to President Johnson.
From the head of the
That's
Soviet
probably
Union?
a good way to
That's
do
right.
it.
Yeah,
A few
that's
days
if I
ago, one of our
if I
country's
decide to
main
play
bureaus,
that game.
Oge
If I don't, then
754,
I will
was
probably just
destroyed
play
in a
through
nuclear explosion.
Ground Zeroes. Oh
At
wow,
about the same
F points.
time,
Thanks for the
our
follow.
anti-aircraft
I think that's
radar
Finn.
picked
Is
up
it?
a signature
Is that Finn?
that appeared to come from one of your military aircraft. Does
I
any
could be
of
wrong.
this sound familiar to you? In retaliation, I have placed our armed forces on secondary alert.
So this is
Depending
Lyndon
on your
B.
response,
Johnson,
I
who's
may
supposed to be
left
talking
with
here,
no
right? And
choice but to
Gorbachev.
order the military to maximum alert and unleash Armageddon. With the help of your predecessor, I was able to survive.
I guess fun fact, even though nobody bought a fact, but Lyndon B. Johnson was famous for constantly talking about how big his balls were, and there was just a lot of like leaked like phone conversations trying to like get bigger pants.
I should have contacted you myself. Did you know that one of our soldiers defected to your country a week ago?
No.
So you haven't heard that. The man who arranged the defection
Make a
was a
TV
group
series based on
colonel
the
by the
games,
name
they
of
follow the release
Yevgeny
order of the
Borosovich
games, or-
Volgin.
I feel like MGS3 would be told in flashbacks, like parallel to the
Who is the
movie or show or whatever.
Her name is the boss.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure he was a
Living
serial
legend.
I feel like anybody
During
who
World War
talks
II,
about
she
like
was the one who led
their
us
balls
to
in
victory
public
in
to
that
like
war.
to just people around them
Russia,
are
you know
probably
her
most
as
likely going to be a
Chloi and
serial sexual harasser.
I think Finch asked for a fact.
Oh,
Yes, that's the one.
Oh, well, that was one
And she
with
took
Lyndon.
two
I guess I could do
miniature
another one.
nuclear shells along with
Lyndon
her.
B. Johnston
The
also
boss
forgot to
took
his
two
massive dick
miniature
involved.
nuclear shells.
During like one of the
I'm afraid
Vietnam
so.
briefings,
I
the
believe they were
reporters
a gift
got
for her
so
new
annoyed by like one of the questions that he just pulled his
Davy
dick out
Crockett
and like
Atomic Battle
slapped
Group
it on the
delivery
desk
system was completed 2 years ago.
Wow,
to
really?
like intimidate the
Serious
reporters.
problems were
Yeah, I
found
heard
with
about
launcher's
that.
range and precision.
Wow.
Although they were mass
Very-
produced,
very
they had
epic.
never been deployed in battle.
Lyndon Big
But
Johnson.
Sokolov's research facility was completely wiped out. The whole area is polluted.
I can only offer you my deepest condolences
Lyndon
over
B.
this
Johnson
terrible
also
tragedy.
loves shitting with the door open and making
The
interns
boss,
talk to
with
him.
Colonel Volgin's help, stole 2 experimental nuclear shells and took them with her as gifts when
Like
she
the
defected.
bad side of
Then,
Dude's Rock.
shortly thereafter, Sokolov's design lab, a top-secret military research facility, was destroyed by one of these weapons. Am I right so far?
Yes, that's correct.
And the American government denies any involvement in the affair. Is that right?
Yeah,
as
the
well?
tension between how ridiculous
That's
and
correct.
comedic the
We were not
gameplay in Metal Gear
involved in
Solid
any
is
way.
versus the relatively
Then
seriousness
what
of the
was a
story.
U.S. military
Yeah,
aircraft
as always.
doing on our radar screen?
Like that's
It
been
was
like
clearly
such a
in
like core
violation
part of
of
all
our
the
airspace.
Metal Gear Solid games, like
And yet
even
you
starting
say
with the
it
first
was not
one,
acting under your orders.
when
That's correct.
the
You
President
expect
Baker
me
just
to
tells
believe
you
that this
about
was all the work of a
like the problem of like
I
buildup
don't
of
know what
nuclear
else to
waste
tell
and
you.
stolen like
The Army
nuclear
insists that this is all a
products make like
ploy.
dirty bombs and stuff, and then
I've
like
said it
cyborg
once and I'll
ninjas
say it
coming
again.
out.
Our government had nothing to do with it.
And I would like dearly to believe you. However, I'm afraid my power over the military has weakened since the Cuban
Lyndon
Missile.
A. Johnson.
I will
Yeah,
need some
yeah.
kind of proof that this was
He
not
was
the
he
action
was
of the
erased
American
from
government.
history by the CIA.
You have 1 week. You must catch the boss yourselves and recover the remaining nuclear device. Then, you must find some way to prove your innocence.
Prove our innocence.
Yes, preferably something painful. Prove to me that this is not merely another one of your tricks.
The boss should be close to Colonel Volgin. How about a little co-action?
I would not expect too much if I were you. The political situation here is unstable.
When a president's
And Colonel
assassinated,
Volgin is
replaced
a member of the Brezhnev
with the man with the
faction, which seeks to
largest
topple the
hog.
government.
Yeah, that's the
1 week. You have only
that's
1
written in the
week.
Constitution.
And it is not too much to ask. Do something about Volgin as well.
What is that supposed to mean?
Nothing. It means nothing. Call it a modest gentleman's agreement to ensure our continued.
So I guess for people who
What
we
if
may or
we
may not be
can't
paying attention to this
prove
conversation, Gorbachev is mad that like a nuke went off,
to restrain the
and he's like, yeah, and also there's like a bunch of evidence that like
seek
Americans
their
were there,
revenge.
and Gorbachev's like,
Nuclear attack on the United States.
I'm losing power here because I'm gonna look weak, so
Leave the disposal of this situation
you have like a
entirely
week to
your
prove your
discretion,
innocence
Mr.
and to like do something
Disposal.
to like fix what you did.
If you fail, it will mean the beginning of a new world war.
Oh. That's what we're gonna
Put
do.
it simply, in order to avoid a full-scale nuclear conflict, we have to prove that America was not involved in that explosion.
And eliminating the boss ourselves will prove America's innocence?
Right. The higher-ups have decided that you're the only one capable of pulling this off. You were her last apprentice. Screw this one up, and we'll both be 6 feet under. There's no choice.
Are the Russians going to be helping us?
The KGB has
Ooh,
promised to
nice
lend us
little-
one of their communications satellites so that you
Of
and I
course.
can talk to each other.
Very nice, very like
That's
1960s.
They've also put us in touch with a couple of insiders.
Insiders?
There was a defection in September
Yeah, that looks like a
1960.
model from like a 90s magazine.
Yeah.
You mean the 2 NSA codebreakers who went over to the
It
Soviet
would be
Union?
really cool, yeah, if they had Psycho
Precisely.
Mantis and a Metal Gear Solid
Since
TV
then,
show and it did
they've
weird
apparently been
stuff with
training
like
with
your
the KGB for
smart
exactly
TV.
this kind of situation. Their code names are Adam and Eva. I've been told that Adam has infiltrated.
Oh yeah, I
Vulcan's
can't
ranks.
wait for my TV shows to start using my personal
Also
data
arranged
against
for him to
me.
provide you with an escape route. You'll need to rendezvous
Yeah.
with him when you get there.
Start making your Alexa say stuff to you. So we can't do another Halo jump because Russians are extra on alert. So we have to fly in on this weird little
Control.
rocket thing.
Unidentified aircraft detected. Altitude 30,000 feet.
Netflix should be able to like algorithmically generate a show based on your what you've liked on Netflix.
That will probably happen
It's fast.
eventually.
Estimated airspeed exceeding Mach 3. Bearing south. I'm about to lose it.
Based on your
I don't know why this part is funny because like I guess when I first played this, I just expected the rocket. It just looks like the rocket's just gonna like hit the ground and explode.
based on your streaming history, what would like an algorithmically generated show built just for you look like?
Oh, I mean, I've gone through like different Netflix phases, so I don't know.
Or like, I mean, just not Netflix, but like just in general. Yours would definitely be a depressing documentary.
Yeah, probably.
It would just generate a depressing documentary out of nowhere.
Yeah. Oh yeah, that's right. We're watching the Next Generation. I really like it so far.
I got James to sit down and watch Space Seed with me, the original series episode with Khan, so that we could watch Wrath of Khan together.
Yeah, I'm a Star Trek person now.
James, I'm turning James into a Trekkie.
Snake, let's go over your mission objectives one more
Yeah,
time.
I know about
rescue Sokolov.
The
Find out what's happened to the Shagohod. Then
the Vulcans.
And finally, eliminate the boss. Eliminate the boss. This mission will be codenamed Operation
The Starship
Snake.
Enterprise.
Because I'll be
Yeah, Dan, this is our first next gen watch. I've only watched the original, and James has seen like
that was the Kremlin's demand.
some of the original.
You mean
yeah, like a few episodes.
What's it to us if the Khrushchev regime is threatened by the Colonel and his faction?
If supporting the current regime helps
Dan
us
doesn't
avoid
like
a
the
nuclear
original.
exchange, then that's
What? Excuse me?
And what are the CIA's
Excuse me?
Our priorities are the rescue of Sokolov and the destruction of the Shagohod.
Roger.
I'm really curious about Wesley because so far he seems like a Gary Stu, kind of just like a self-insert.
Yeah, I like Wesley so far. I have no problems with him.
Well, the truth is, when I chose my codename,
He has not done anything wrong or bad. He's just like a kid who's just
Did you ever see
smart.
the movie The Great Escape? It came out last year.
He just seems like
If fans hate him, it's because they wish they were him.
Prisoners who
well, that's what I'm
escaped
saying.
from
Like he
POW
just
camp in
seems like a
Nazi Germany.
character who
Prisoners dig 3 tunnels as part of
is
their
written
plan,
to
but the
to like
Nazis
be
fired
like
2 of
the
them
audience
before they finished.
essentially, just like
Prisoners succeed in escaping by
or
using
not the
last
audience, but
remaining
like
tunnel. The names of
I don't
those
know, like
3
every
tunnels
kid
were
watching
Dick,
Star Trek
Harry,
wishes
and
they were like
Relatable.
a kid who is like a fucking genius and also on the Starship Enterprise.
Because you thought it would bring you good luck.
So it's
Yeah,
funny that
that's
people
exactly
hate
right.
him when he's just like
was the
the
plan.
child version of you.
But I got the name wrong. The one they escaped him was Harry. Tom was one of the unlucky tunnels. It was discovered by the
I
Nazis.
can't
before it
wait
was
to
finished.
see what he does that made everyone
watched
hate
the
him.
movie.
I know, I
Because
am
so
sure.
far he's just kind
In
of
fact,
like
I
a
even
kind of
ordered the
annoying
actual
kid.
Film from the movie company.
Yeah, it doesn't sound like the greatest name to use. So what should I
So here they're
call it?
talking about
let's
Major
just use
Tom
Zero,
or
like
Major
we did
Zero
in
watched The Great Escape
All right then.
and was like,
Major
I'm gonna
Zero
name myself after
We'll start
the
over from
the
square
hole that they escape
From
out of the
square
Nazi
zero.
camp in The Great Escape with, but he
frequency?
got the wrong hole, and I guess
140.85.
yeah, bad luck and probably is why the
I
last
almost
mission
forgot.
failed.
Paramedic is with us again on this mission.
Is this her last chance too?
If we fail, she'll have her medical license revoked. It's more or less the same kind of fate. Her frequency is the same as during the virtuous
I like how in
mission.
this, whenever they talk about movies, they keep emphasizing what year it is. But like,
She'll be
did you see
recording
The
on
Great
mission data
Escape?
as well,
It
just
came
like
out
the last
last
time.
year.
That frequency is also
Yeah.
the same.
It was the biggest film last year.
1.96.
I'm very
And there's one more
excited for
person
the
on
new
your support
movie
team.
Godzilla.
His name is Mr. Sigint. He's an expert on the latest.
Should
in
we
Boy,
watch
I tell
Voyager
you,
immediately?
I cannot wait to see
He'll be
what
going
that
up
Natalie
against
Wood
some of the
does
world's
next.
most advanced weaponry.
Should we watch
and
Voyager
research
immediately
facility.
after Next Gen, or should we
If you have any
watch
questions, just ask
Deep
him.
Space Nine?
His frequency?
I actually don't
is
remember which one came out first.
148.41.
Mr. Sigint. Got it.
Adam, your KGB contact, is waiting for you at the abandoned factory up ahead.
The same factory Sokolov was being held in last week.
Yes, meet up with
Everyone
Adam
wants to
first.
be a-
He's cleared the way for you
So
to
it's
rescue
the Next
Sokolov.
Generation, Deep Space
How will I
Nine, and
know
then
this Adam
Voyager.
guy when I see him?
Oh, they kind of
You'll know
overlap.
once you reach
I
the
didn't know
factory.
that.
I've
Whole
heard from
area's
some
been
people that
polluted
Deep
by the
Space
fallout
Nine is
from
the
that
best
nuclear
one.
blast. No one else would dare come close. The password is "Who are the Patriots?" and "Lali Lule Lo."
When I got to this part while playing it, I was like,
You've been equipped.
yeah, like fogging in real life at that line.
Yeah. It's noisy.
I thought standard Fox procedure was procure on-site weapons acquisition.
The circumstances are different this time. You're now on an official mission for the United States government. It will be necessary to make your presence known to a certain extent to the Khrushchev regime.
Yeah, so now we want them to know Americans are here, so we
Still a
can
sneaking
litter all we
mission.
want.
Snake, if you fail this mission, it will mean an all-out nuclear war. Keep that in mind and proceed with extreme caution.
Mikey, you got flagged on Twitch for saying French shit.
Twitch does not like anti-French anti-French language.
Anti-French sentiment. It's because of those Twitch mods, you know, they've gone insane with power. Oh hell yes! I'm so excited for this scene.
Wait, what? Why did that get flagged too?
Is French censored?
Yeah, I don't know what's going on with your Twitch's auto mod thing.
I mean, I think F word might be the reason for that one.
Do you have like custom banned words?
I don't think so, unless if I set them up a long time ago and was just an idiot about it.
Oh man, I always, whenever I set up my Twitch channel, I always have like a huge custom banned word list. Just typing every forbidden word.
Death wasn't ready for you yet.
Chloe has typed every forbidden word.
I've done it, I'm sorry.
Oh, look who it is.
That arm still hurt?
Type like common ways people try to get around word filters.
What are you doing here?
You're not allowed to say anything bad about French people. Can somebody type, fuck Italians? And see if that gets... Okay, those get flagged too. What about
I have permitted fuck Italians.
What about fuck Greeks?
Okay, you can't stray too far from fuck Italians because then you get... You can shit on Italians, it's fine, but any other...
Well, no, I was saying for... I mean, I can say for Greeks.
You can say
I'm
for
half
Greeks,
Greek.
I'm just saying let's not stray too far from this. Also, I'm just kidding. We don't support anti-Italian discrimination here.
As the token Irish woman or whatever on chat, people go and type fuck the Irish in the chat.
I'm not
Actually try fuck the Irish versus fuck Irish. I'm trying to see
There's
something.
nothing for you here.
Fuck the Irish.
That doesn't get flagged. What in the world?
So French
There's
and...
no need to prove that you're virtuous.
Oh, wait, no, hold on. You can
so
say...
we just found out that
This isn't America.
fucking what's her name?
I think you just can't say fuck blank because it might be assuming you're saying something specifically bad.
Yeah, this is... Yeah, I think you're right, Chloe. This is probably a really bad road.
Okay, I'm submitting these terms just so I don't have to delete
That should
things,
stir
but
things up a bit.
please be careful.
I'm very into the fact that it's just like everyone's just seeing the chat fill up with fuck the Irish and it just being
The
fine.
border is 60 miles south of here. You ought to be
Wait,
able to run
Fletcher,
that
were you away for a sec? Twitch started catching like a bunch of Twitch just started like auto mod catching a bunch of terms that were not bad, like just French. So people
like
are
just
now
the word French, yeah.
What's it going to be?
Wait, you can say fuck
Loyalty to your
Star Trek
country
and
or
Star Wars
loyalty
and it
to
doesn't
me?
catch it?
Your country or your old mentor?
Yeah, but you better
The
not
mission
say
or your
fuck Lord of the
beliefs?
Rings. Or else
What is Twitch?
or your personal feelings.
Alright, yeah, it's emote only chat time. Thanks, Larger Birdie.
Okay, yeah,
Emote, you're all on timeout.
Wait, hold on. There's supposed to be a way that mods can change it to actually be
supposed to be
emotes
a thing that
only.
mods enable.
But you can't defeat
Okay,
me.
alright.
You're all on timeout.
Everyone's on timeout for anti-Italian, anti-Irish,
Anti-Italian, anti-Irish.
racism.
I'm so disappointed. Hold on, let me set a timer so I don't accidentally. We'll do 1 minute.
If we meet again, I'll kill you. Now, go home.
No crying. Reflect on what you've done.
Me and my emotes watching the time pass.
Who can make the most anti-Italian emotes? Like,
Love Lane, I like the sunglasses on the mailbox.
I read you, Snake.
I was ambushed by the boss.
You were what?
The drone's been shot to hell. It's up in flames.
That's not good. Enemy scouts are going to come looking for you.
But what was the boss doing here?
Alright, Box wins.
Yeah, Box wins for that one.
No, that's impossible. The man the boss is working with, Volgin, isn't exactly on speaking terms with Khrushchev.
I lost my gun.
Spaghetti.
The boss destroyed it.
Snake, I know how you're feeling. It's hard for me to believe, too, that a legendary hero like the boss would go over to the Russians.
So while we were complaining about
That's how it is, and if you don't
anti-Italian
accept it, you'll never
discrimination, Snake got his ass handed to him again by the boss.
His mom.
Gun ripped apart.
You've got to do it, Snake. She's your enemy and
Completely
your
owned.
Enemy.
And she rode away on a
Together
horse.
for 10 years, and now you tell me she's my enemy?
Enough.
No,
Hurry to the
Twitch
factory
doesn't
where
ban
Adam is
Antifa.
waiting. Scouts have probably already been sent out to investigate the explosion. You've lost your weapon, right? That means you've got no chance of winning in a battle situation. Whatever you do, don't let them see you.
What happens if you say fuck Amazon?
The first Antifa
Get
VTuber.
assassinated.
Oh wait, well I got turned around.
Real gamers have that scene. If you've beaten this game before, you'll start crying immediately. And Pat, are you telling me she's my enemy?
I like how you have a face paint that's just called black.
Yeah. Snake, do better. Oh shit, I don't have a gun. Yeah, you can get up to the max is 95.
Really? I thought somebody said you can get to 100.
Can you? I've only ever seen it at 95. If you go into your menu and spin Snake around, he'll throw up. Really? Here?
I'm around a bunch.
Wait, how do
like
I
when you
spin
get
him
to the one where you
around?
can like look at his clothes and rotate him around?
Oh. Wait, how do I rotate him? Oh, here we go.
No, spin him like fast. Like you gotta spin him fast and I think go up and down a little.
It has to be fast? This is fast. Can I go faster than this?
I'm pretty sure you're on the right track.
Are you sure? This doesn't seem real.
I'm wondering if they like disable it this early in the game.
I'll try to spin him the other way. Usually, like, I don't get sick if I'm spinning one way, but if I spin, like, a bunch of different ways, then I get sick. You gotta unpause.
You have to unpause now.
Oh my god.
Who's that?
Who's that?
No, I haven't saved in super long, so I can't load. I just gotta run. What did Snake eat? He just barfed like white, whatever that was.
He had a milkshake on the way over.
Before he starts his missions, he has a vanilla milkshake. Yeah, thanks for whoever suggested I spin around and throw up and get me caught.
I actually thought of saying something. I was like, "Oh, you might want to do this not when you're trying to hide because they will hear you puke." And then I just thought, I was like, "No, let's see. Let's let them learn from."
This is the chat's revenge for us putting them in emote only time.
Yeah. No, I don't have any. Yeah, I don't have a gun right now. So I gotta, yeah. I gotta CQC from here on out. Oh, wait.
I see him.
No. Oh man, I can't even get him. Hold R1 down. Hold R1 and press down to instant knock him out instead of punching.
You better hide.
Is holding down, Fletcher, are you talking about like getting him in a chokehold? I think if you hold down circle, you'll cut their throat. Do you agree that granola is one of nature's many treats? Absolutely.
Patrol here. We've lost sight of the intruder. Going into high alert.
Oh, like down on the joystick, I see.
Oh my god, why was that guy doing that?
No. Whoa, it did knock him out. I've nowhere to go except on here, so I'm just gonna take these hits. No! I have to be very careful not to knock him off the bridge.
Why?
Oh.
You were saying?
He'll survive.
You gotta take out a few, remember, for the...
No, I mean, I survived that. He'll survive. So that doesn't count as a kill. Also, yeah.
Well, I was saying you gotta get a few kills in just for the thing later.
Oh, true, yeah. There was nothing I could do. He tried to fight me. I fought. He fell off the bridge. Oh yeah, I should probably like actually save in the game.
Paramedic.
Snake, it's so good to hear from you again.
Same here. It's been a week, hasn't it?
4 days, actually.
Huh?
I visited you in the hospital. You were still unconscious, though.
Then you must have seen me naked.
Yeah, but you were all wrapped up in bandages and tubes, so I
Dr. Sylvester Graham of Graham Cracker fame.
Let's hope so.
Wait, so does that mean
seriously,
that
don't forget that you were like that
graham
until just
crackers
yesterday.
came
In
before
fact, you really
granola
shouldn't
did?
even be on this mission. Keep an eye on your stamina gauge. If
Or
you start
did he
to
just
run
like,
low,
I'm
don't
naming
push
this
yourself.
granola?
Is
Don't try to
granola a
finish
play
your
on
stamina.
his name Graham?
And
Should it
try not to get yourself
should it
hurt.
actually be
If you're wounded or get
Gramola?
bitten by a venomous animal, go into
What?
the survival viewer immediately and
What am I
treat
saying?
yourself using
Wait,
fear.
how is he? Wait, how is he responsible?
I can see you still know how to nap.
Yeah, no, Chloe, I was thinking the same thing.
And I can see you still don't know when to keep your mouth shut.
Does granola also? Yeah, granola and graham
I
crackers
heard you're
both
going to lose your medical license if this mission fails.
stop masturbation.
It's an awkward thing to ask.
But the mission won't fail,
What?
will it?
No, sorry, in the game. He's like, I heard you're gonna lose your medical license.
I really don't care about my medical license.
Didn't they use that to force you to participate in this operation?
No, I volunteered.
Why?
So that I could watch over you. Snake, you're the best agent I've ever seen. But you push yourself too hard. You're reckless. Someone has to stop you from getting into trouble, to make sure you and the boss don't kill each other. So that's why I volunteered. I mean, you couldn't ask for a better guardian angel than me, right?
Thanks.
Mikey,
Stop
please
right
tell us
there.
more about.
Wait, did I select the wrong
Thank me
codec?
when you
Oh
get
shit.
All right.
Saving the game, Snake? Hey, Snake, you ever heard of Godzilla?
Oh, here we go, Godzilla.
No, what is it?
It's a movie. You haven't seen it?
Nope.
It's about this monster called
It was
Godzilla,
originally
who
from
grows to an
Nula,
enormous
but
size
Kellogg
in a
eventually
nuclear
perfected his
test
version.
and goes on a
Didn't
rampage in
need to soak
Tokyo.
overnight and called it
Nuclear test,
granola, which is what
then
we
the Marshall
say.
Islands must be crawling with giant monsters right about
Wow,
now.
I actually didn't know
It's
that.
just make-believe.
Maybe that's why my pants have been so tight lately.
Snake, it's a movie, not a report out of Los Alamos.
I know. So then what happened?
Godzilla is immune to all weapons, and humanity has no way to stop the monster. Dr. Shirazawa develops a new type of weapon, but meanwhile, Godzilla is getting closer and closer to Tokyo, obliterating everything in its path. It was originally a Japanese movie, but they made an American version, too. I recommend seeing the original Japanese one if you ever get the chance. It's mostly mindless fun, but it's also got a serious anti-nuke message as well.
Where can I see the original?
You'll just have to go to Japan.
Really? That's too bad.
Well, if you wait 40 years, you might be able to see it in America, too.
Why's that?
2004 will be Godzilla's 50th birthday.
You think they're still going to be making Godzilla movies then?
Of course! Everybody loves Godzilla.
You sure know a lot about movies.
I don't suppose you're the movie-watching type, are you?
Not really.
Okay, then I'll tell
How
you
many different
everything I
movies
know.
did they bring up in this
When the going
game?
gets tough, movies can save your life.
They talk about
It's always
James
good to be
Bond
able to look at
later.
things from a different perspective when you get in a jam. That's the magic of movies.
No kidding.
I don't know.
Well, I guess it might at least make a nice distraction.
That's
Which
the
Metal
spirit,
Gear
Snake.
Solid
Have
villain
a little
would you
fun.
date? Sorry.
Me?
Yeah.
Me
It's a,
specific?
well, it's a question. I guess it's for all of us.
Damn, I gotta think about that.
Yeah, maybe Olga.
Olga's cool. Does she count as a villain? I mean,
I think like antagonist.
Cause.
Cause? The child?
No, wait, no.
Wait, who's Cause?
No,
oh,
Cause,
Miller.
no.
Sorry.
Yeah.
You said pause,
I was
but
confused. I was like, isn't Cause like a grown dude with like receding hairline?
You said Cause, and I thought pause, but in my head I had what's his name? The other kid from Peace Walker. Damn, what's his name? Chico?
Chico and Pause.
Yeah. You said pause, but in my head I thought Chico. I was like, huh?
Absolutely not.
Master Miller?
Yeah, Master Miller.
Is Master Miller a villain?
No.
I mean, like, a lot, I guess. Didn't they say which Metal Gear villain?
Oh, wait. Shit, you're right. I forgot it. He's kind of a villain.
Sorry, I'm late.
Depending on the way you look at it.
Cut the engine. They'll hear us.
Are you the agent they sent?
What about Skullface?
Are you Adam? I thought you were supposed to be a man.
What about you, Jay?
Who would I date
All
in
right,
Metal
say
Gear
the
Solid?
password. Who are the Patriots? Who are
Revolver
the Patriots?
Ocelot has kind of the like
Answer me.
same dynamic as like Hannibal and Will Graham.
Yeah.
Just like making absolutely insane decisions just because he's like,
Get
I
down.
just wanted to see what you're gonna do.
Yeah.
And that's like kind of, I don't know, that's kind of hot in a way. Also, Revolver Ocelot, or Ocelot in this game is like a cute character.
Hmm. Oh, maybe Sniper Wolf.
I was thinking Sniper Wolf because
She's very protective.
Because she's Kurdish.
Is your answer?
And I'm part Iranian. I don't know. I'm just trying to. I really have no idea. Actually, this is a hard question. Everyone in Metal Gear Solid is pretty dysfunctional, so.
Oh, if you're going first person, you're just staring at her boobs. Snake is like, humana, boing, making all kinds of cartoon noises.
This wasn't part of the plan. What happened to Adam?
What's your code name?
It's Snake.
Snake, huh? Well, I'm Eva. Are you here to tempt me?
What happened to Adam?
Colonel Volgin is a very suspicious man. He decided Adam
Yeah,
wasn't the
Eva's
right person
cool.
for this mission.
And you were.
Yes,
Why?
because I can do things he can't.
I heard you used to be a codebreaker for the NSA.
I was. 4 years ago, I defected to the Soviet Union with Adam.
Mauser military. The broom handle.
It packs quite a punch. Nice to have when you're on a bike.
You held it sideways and used the muzzle jump to create a horizontal sweep.
These are the only things Snake can like talk about with people.
Never seen that technique in the West.
Just like,
Jake got a Tinder date
Yeah.
trying to talk about like
It's a Chinese Type
they got a
17
Tinder
pistol.
date asking that they bring a gun
Around
so he
here,
can talk
even
about it.
that's hard to come by. Don't worry, though. The one I've got for you is American-made.
.45, huh?
God, he looked at that like she just handed him a piece of cake.
Incredible.
Do you like it?
The feeding ramp is polished to a mirror sheen. The slide's been reinforced, and the interlock with the frame is tightened for added precision. The sight system is original too. The thumb safety is extended to make it easier on the finger. A long type trigger with non-slip grooves. A ring hammer. The base of the trigger guard's been filed down for a higher grip. And not only that, nearly every part of this gun has been expertly crafted and customized.
Snake only cares about one thing, and it's fucking disgusting.
Where'd you get something?
She's like over there fully nude and
grabbed
he's
it
just
from a
still
Western
looking at the
munitions
gun.
It probably used
Where
to
did you
belong to
get
one of your
this?
officers.
I don't know, the
There are more where
store.
that came from.
The gun store.
I just went to the.
I don't know. I just went on Amazon and I sorted by
had
the,
this
like
with you,
highest,
didn't
like fastest shipping.
Better take this too.
What's that?
A disguise to make you look like a scientist.
A disguise?
Yes. You're here to rescue Sokolov, right?
Sokolov's still safe then.
Yes. He's being forced to continue his work on the Shagohod.
Where?
At the lab. They've got a whole army of scientists there developing new weapons. Security is tight, but if you disguise yourself as a scientist, you might be able to sneak in.
I love the part where you sneak into the place.
Can we get Sokolov out of there?
We'll see, won't we?
Tell me how to get to the lab.
The safest way in is from the rear. First, you'll need to head north through the jungle. You'll come to a heliport used for shipping materials. Pass the heliport and continue north, and there will be a large crevice. Descend into that area and you'll reach a cave. Move through the cave and you will arrive at a mangrove swamp. After the swamp, there'll be a warehouse. Make your way through the warehouse.
Snake is not paying attention at all.
Got it.
He's imagining what the sound of the gun is when he fires it. He's just making little pew-pew noises.
In close-range combat, a knife can sometimes be more useful than a gun. By doing this, I'll be able to hold a knife at the same time and still keep the gun steady.
God.
That way, I
call
can
it a
instantly
knife
switch
gun.
between a gun battle and a knife fight.
Cool, Snake.
I have been on a date to exactly this man's house.
Right. Let's get going.
And it went exactly like this.
What now?
You must be tired. Why don't you take a little rest?
I'll be fine.
Sleep. I have a knife gun.
You'll never make it in your condition. It's a jungle out there. There's still an hour before dawn. It's dangerous to be out in the jungle at night without a guide.
What about you?
I have to get back. I can't be gone for too long. They'll start to suspect something. Don't worry. I'll keep you updated over the radio.
That's it?
My orders are to provide
That's it? You don't have any more guns for me?
Nothing more.
Oh, thanks for the reminder, Grant.
All right, then. I'll do something special for you. I'll stand watch until dawn. Now be a good boy and lie down. What's the matter?
I don't know you well enough to trust you.
How am I supposed to sleep when there's no
How well
pillow
do
or
you
blanket?
have to know me to trust me?
I don't know if I can trust anybody.
Gonna get that?
Major Zero, there's a girl
You
here.
should get some sleep. Although in your condition, you really ought to be back in the ICU. Whenever you save the game and quit, you'll go to sleep. Sleeping allows you to gain back stamina naturally. Depending on how long you sleep, you may also recover naturally from sickness and injury. When
Every
you're
time
tired
you
or hurt,
eat
the
a
best thing
food
to
4
do is just
times,
get some
Snakes
sleep.
likes it more
So do
forever.
yourself a favor and take a nap. Doctor's orders, okay?
Yeah,
I didn't. Is that true?
Yeah. Well, I don't know if it's any food, but I know that like certain foods, the more he eats them, the more he's like, not bad.
Oh, we're going to
That's
save state
cool.
too.
Oh, yeah. I feel like I'm the opposite. If I just keep on eating the same food, I start to not like it. He slammed the gun against his crotch.
He's one of those anti-gun safety guys.
I forgot about that. Thanks for reminding me. Awooga!
Is that a gun in her pants or no? Oh, never mind. It's not.
What's the matter?
We're surrounded. I see 4 of them.
We've got company. It's the Ocelot unit. Let's
Yeah,
get
Satan
hurry.
Sword, that's who I was referring to.
Don't forget your gear.
Yeah.
Here, give me.
It wasn't even to own the libs, it was to own other gun owners who are like really big on like gun safety.
Yeah.
And being like a responsible gun owner. It's like a group of people who are.
It was basically like talking in an ironic voice, like, I believe in gun safety.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But then like doing it and then blowing their own like dicks off.
Damn it, Ocelot. I'll get past them on my bike. I'll call you later.
Okay, I'll keep them busy.
Can the pain control bees or only hornets?
I think all kinds of bees or hornets.
Dating
Honeybees.
dating the pain would be cool because, like, I don't know, that's a cool power to just control bees. I don't know anything
I don't know,
else.
that would be a lot to deal with.
Yeah, I was gonna say I don't know if I would want to deal with that. It's like,
Oh.
because then it's like when wife mad at you, she she sends the bees at you.
Thermal G. Oops. Okay, I'm gonna try not to kill any of these people.
Where did that come from?
Oh, save your game.
Oh no.
How'd they know?
I don't know, it's probably a good guess.
Oh shit, Love Lane. That's a good pick two. They'll defend you, the other seven will try to kill you, but with MPS bosses.
Oh shit, I think I'm getting shot at.
I would pick Quiet and Psycho Mantis. Who would you pick?
Oh shit, I'm gonna die. One sec. Who would I pick to defend me?
You pick two MGS bosses to defend you, the rest are trying to kill you.
Oh shit. Wait, gunshot wound.
Maybe Volgan and Quiet. But like Phantom Pain Volgan.
Quiet, who's the fat man? That's like rollerblades guy.
Yeah.
Oh no, I died.
Oh yeah, I guess the Metal Gears do count as bosses.
Do they?
I mean, you fight them, so.
Yeah. I've been trying to throw a stun grenade. I think I saved in like a bad place. Yeah, I was gonna say, Fortune. Just kind of like stand next to Fortune. Just be like, oh yeah, nobody can hit me. Okay.
Quiet and Sahelanthropus would be good if you got to be in Sahelanthropus. And then Quiet was just there as support.
Okay, I'm gonna try to like let it start from the, not start in the locker. Can I go under right now? Yeah. Okay. Ooh,
Mads from Death Stranding.
Are you allowed to do that?
I like to imagine they're just firing their bullets into the floor.
I need to take out my...
Yeah, I mentioned Flame Vulcan earlier. Flame Vulcan's OP. Actually, now that I think of it, Flame Vulcan's kind of vulnerable in a way, so maybe not.
Vamp might be... Would Vamp be good?
Oh shit, no one mentioned Vamp when we were talking about dating MGS villains.
So like
Vamp would be
like,
too... I don't know, Vamp would be too much drama.
too much of a
Vamp
diva.
is very much so the like Tinder poly, like bi board games guy.
I'm so horrible at this part.
Did you just say he'd be a bi board game guy?
Yeah.
he'd be like a bondage and baking guy.
Yeah, no, he would be the like Tinder couple seeks third guy.
Yeah, like a sex nerd.
Yeah.
When we were playing, like, I think it was 2, or is there another one where you play as Raiden and you fight Vamp with robots?
Yeah, and 4.
Yeah, so when we were playing that part, it was just me and Robbie launching into this extended bit about Vamp trying to ask Raiden out. But like ask him out on a God, that one video where it's like the poly couples inviting you over to a board game night thing. And it was just us doing that in the Vamp voice for like 20 minutes while I was fighting it.
That's really funny.
Nobody mentioned Fat Man.
No, somebody mentioned Fat Man.
Oh, did they?
I think I forget who.
He dated both Fortune and her dad.
You guys, this part's really hard without a gun. Okay. I think if I just throw enough stun grenades, maybe. Saving.
Well, like, are you trying not to kill them or just avoid them?
I'm trying to avoid killing them. I gotta heal.
Imagine Snake just like running around in the bit of combat, like sticking knives into his wounds and just flipping bullets out and stitching himself up.
Yeah. Very, very quick combat surgery. Okay, so there's 4 left. I know there's one up there. Yeah. No, where'd he go? He saw me and he just kind of like walked away. Where are the other ones?
Did everyone see that Huffington Post article about the lady who got so depressed by the death of Ruth Bader Ginsburg and what it means for the future of democracy that she joined the Satanic Temple? It's so fucking stupid. It's like, just join the DSA, mom. Like the reason she did it was because she said that the Satanic Temple, like she was looking for like a change and like some kind of like group that could represent like the extreme change needed for like to combat like fascism. And she somehow landed on the Satanic Temple. The group that James reminded me is different from the Church of Satan in that they're just the ones that like put up statues of like Baphomet and are just like, oh, what, you triggered?
Yeah.
Like they don't even do anything useful or like have any. I don't know.
They're just like, I mean, are those? They're the ones who are like, who are just like kind of like, just libertarians, right?
I mean, I think all Satanists are kind of libertarians. They're like very like big, like they're very big on like individualism. I think. I'm not an expert on Satanism.
Oh, okay.
I think it also depends on like the denominations you're looking at, but I know that like because like the big thing is like do as thou wilt, which is basically like, yeah, man, just like do whatever.
Yeah.
I see him.
I'm doing so bad.
Oh yeah, the Satanic Airbnb. Did you all read up on that whole thing?
I love the Satanic
Wait, I
Airbnb
never saw
thing.
that.
Really? How did you miss this? So like some guy on Twitter had this huge thread where like he showed up to an Airbnb with like his like son or nephew or something, I don't remember, and like his someone else. I don't know, it was like a group of people and they were at this Airbnb like in the middle of the woods. It was like a super like nice looking location in like New York, and he got like freaked out into this huge thread about what he called like satanic imagery and objects in the Airbnb, which included like a really like tacky like fucking like vintage thrift store toy of like a dog cartoon like boning a hot lady, and then like a little like Beelzebub statue or something.
If you guys ever remember those like old, like I call them uncle shirts, where it's like the ones where it's like a bunch of lizards having sex and then it says like making handbags, Miami, New York City, or something on it like that. It was like shit like that, like the most like your lower class like single uncle like
yeah, it was just like little like kitschy trinkets you'd find in a.
I like the idea of them just finding like that one shirt that's like that guy like I love fishing, and it's a guy like fishing but like a fish is sucking his dick.
Yeah.
And just being like, what is this satanic imagery?
I mean, it literally amounted to this. He also took a picture of the basement where there was like some like I forget what the piece of furniture was specifically, but I think there was like stuff set up for like a band or something down there, and he like decided that one of the things was like a satanic altar and that they were like doing satanic rituals in the Airbnb.
Funny, because then when people kept like trying to defend it, they kept being like, well, it was like, you know, creepy, and it's not like he explicitly said it was satanic. And then people would be like, he literally explicitly took photos and was like, this is where they sacrifice babies.
Yeah.
Like he explicitly was calling it satanic.
And he was like demanding a refund, and it was very much the case of like a high follower count, like influencer type, just kind of trying to like garner up some clout, it seemed like.
He's the same guy who made the fake, who had the fake barbershops for Warren.
Oh my god, are you serious?
Yeah,
what?
No,
it was the same
was
guy.
I think
I remember
the
fake
fake barbershop that had like random like DVDs on the wall.
Yeah, the one who had the whole line about like here it is, just left the barbershop and everyone was talking about Elizabeth Warren. Woo, ya girl, bro. That's the heat we need for Trump. Like just the most obviously like fake tweet. Yeah, I think he's just a dude who like makes shit up for like attention and money and clout.
I'm looking at the photo right now. It just has like a Spider-Man Homecoming poster and then like Blu-rays for Collateral 2 and Escape Room.
Just taped like empty DVD.
Sorry, the Equalizer 2.
To the wall.
The funniest thing was when the satanic Airbnb thing was going around. just that one political Twitter, the guy who got fired from the Bernie campaign for making mean jokes on his locked account, quote tweeted it with just like, "They hired this guy the same week they fired me from the Bernie campaign."
Anyway, Vice did a story where they interviewed the owner of the Airbnb and basically gave him a chance to just be like, yeah, like, I don't understand, like, we're just a bunch of hipsters, like, who like renting our cabin out to Airbnb, like, this is just some kitschy, like, shit my roommate has, like, none of it's, like, we just like collecting, like, weird little trinkets, and, you know, it really, he was just like, it sucks because, like, I'm afraid of, like, people, like, coming here and, like being shitty to us and stuff. God, I love
Dude, Eva with the giant motorcycle backflip. And catches the knife.
And
Yeah,
then
no, 6
the
shots.
dude who made the thread.
That thing only carries 6 shots. The Makarov carries 8. You have to get a feel for how many you have left.
Oh wait, this is a classic scene.
Oh yeah, we missed the line about the engravings.
Sorry.
That's okay.
This is a high-class weapon. It's not meant for shooting people.
Damn! It's for loving them.
He's just trying to impress Snake.
Yeah.
He
He told him to get a revolver, so he got a revolver, but it wasn't a very good one.
This isn't
He'll do better next time.
It is really cute. that he
Revolver
did that.
Ocelot is the most easily negged man on the planet.
He's still young.
He's such a little brat. Look at him run.
You'll regret stopping me. Damn it! I've got to get that.
He literally ran away like a kid going back outside after drinking water. Why did her motorcycle make that?
Anyway, sorry. So the dude that made the thread accused the Vice author of like not reaching out to him for comment, despite the article like saying that they reached out to him and the guy declined to comment.
Well, the best part is his excuse is that he's like, well, I was driving. like he couldn't he couldn't return her phone call after that, and then she was like, we gave you like 2 days, and he's just like, but I was driving.
He also called Vice and anybody who thought his thread was dumb racist.
Oh, I never found this mask before. There's a red mask. I'll wear this for a little bit.
Yeah, my favorite part of the thread and then like the actual article that shows the house was he mentions there being a bridge that leads from like in the woods into the backyard, but then like on Vice there's like a picture of what he's talking about, and it's just like there is no backyard because it's a cabin, so it's just the backyard is just the woods.
Hold on, you guys.
And there's just like a little plank going across a creek.
You guys.
Whoa.
Yeah, I see it.
Something's
Water
wrong
looks great.
with the water.
Looks fine to me. I'm from the Bay Area. That's fine.
Hold on, somebody said to go in the cardboard box and then call up Sigint. I'm gonna do
I
that.
don't know if Fletcher said oil spill.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, the part where he just like, cause he kept doing he would use like normative, like, black way to put it, like social
You're
justice
Snake, aren't you?
And you're
language. Like to
None
try to
of
make it sound
I
like
heard
he
that
wasn't
you're an
saying,
expert on
if you think
weapons,
it's crazy
equipment,
that I
and
thought
cutting-edge
this is
technology.
satanic, you're racist.
Close. I am
Oh.
the expert on weapons, equipment, and cutting-edge technology.
Yeah.
I love Signet.
Just professional
I'm the guy that
influencers.
designed your trank gun,
Yeah.
active sonar, and motion detector.
Professional will
If you
use
wanna
language
know
in any
anything
way to
about
position
weapons or
themselves
equipment you
as the
find
correct.
in the field, just send me a message and ask. Later.
Oh, I think I'm supposed to call him again.
Hey, Snake, remember back at the abandoned
I'll save
factory
your
when you
game,
whittled the grip of that 45 down?
Yeah,
I've never heard of a customization like that before. Why the grip?
to fit it with a knife.
A knife? You're gonna keep the knife and the gun both at the ready?
That's the idea.
Why would you want to do that?
Sometimes a knife works better in close proximity encounters. So I equip both at the same time. That way I can switch back and forth in an instant.
He's so proud of this, but he has to tell everyone.
It'd be funny if Sagan was like, "Oh, that sounds stupid."
Sounds like the Cobra unit's members' names came from the specific emotions they each carry into battle.
Emotions?
Yeah. For unbearable torment, the pain. For true oblivion, the end. Snake, you said...
Dang, because you just never called him up till now?
Yeah, hold on, let me see. Let me try to, like, Alright, let's see.
You know that army motorcycle that Eva was riding? That's a replica of a
Getting
German
closer.
model. The Davy Crockett's that the boss took with her when she
Maybe not.
defected are mortars that... Hey, you've got an M19 11A. Snake, what are you doing?
I'm in a box.
A cardboard box?
There it is.
Why are you...
I don't know, I was just looking at it, and suddenly
Here's
I got
my
this
diagram of a
irresistible urge to
cardboard
get
box.
inside. No, not just an urge. More than that. It was my destiny to be here, in the box.
Destiny?
This box was made for me.
And then when I put it on, I suddenly got this feeling of inner peace. I can't put it into words. I feel safe. Like this is where I was meant to be. Like I'd found the key to true happiness. Does any of that make sense?
Not even a little.
You should come inside the box. Then you'll know what I mean.
Man, I don't want to know what you mean. Between you and paramedic, is everyone but me that is hooked up with a Major Strange? Yeah, well, anyway, I suppose even that dumbass box might make a decent disguise if you wear it inside a building.
I can't believe he called it a dumbass box. Oh, okay. Wait.
God, it does look like an oil spill. I wonder what caught, like, what is that?
What
like,
causes it?
Yeah, it's so weird, like, where it is right now.
I mean, it's just a... Wait, how do I go forward? No. Oh, circle.
Running out of air.
Open the Unity profile and find out. Yeah, it's only with. I mean, it probably has to do with
Get the gator cap.
Wait, how do you get the gator cap?
Grant says to the left.
To the left? Like over here? Is it underwater? Oh, excuse me. Under this tree? Sorry if that hurts anyone's eyes.
Snake, are you there?
Eva,
Did you miss me?
did you make it without any trouble?
No one saw me.
So you're back with Vulcan.
In a matter of speaking.
What about the boss?
Yeah, she's here too.
Better be careful.
Thanks, I will.
We're hanging out, smoking.
The boss and I get along pretty well, though. I guess we traders have a lot in common.
Why would anyone want to defect? Betraying your country like that, I just don't get it.
Are you talking about the boss?
Why do you do it? Weren't you born and raised in America?
Yes, in a small rural town.
Here's a photo
I
of
never
it.
knew there were other countries, other cultures, other ways of thinking. Until I went to work for the NSA. And one day, I'd found I'd lost faith in the things I'd been taking for granted.
What did you see? What was it that made you want to change sides?
You wouldn't believe me if I told you.
Try me.
I saw the universe.
The universe?
Not the actual universe. The universe as the intelligence community sees it. I realized that the gravity in this universe was holding me back. That's all. People and countries are both changed by their environment. And by the times.
That sounds like what the boss was saying.
There's a world of difference between this country and America. But it's only a difference of position, a difference of perspective. Coming here made me realize something. Half of what I'd been told was a complete and utter lie. The other half was a conveniently constructed lie.
Where's the truth then?
It's hidden in the lies.
Whoa.
Are you lying to?
Who knows? I've been trained to make even the most severe falsehood sound like the honest truth. Weren't you?
No. I believe because I have to, even if it is a lie. That's part of my mission.
I'll have to remember that. If you need me, give me a call on the radio. My frequency is 142.52. See ya.
Gotta look for a tree to plant. Is it this tree? Whoa, whoa. Okay. That probably wasn't a good idea. I fell off the rope. I probably have to go around. I think I broke my leg too. No, leave me alone.
He wants you to leave him alone.
Oh crap, I'm like really hungry. Hold on, let me try one of these.
Disgusting.
That's my favorite when he says that.
Sick.
Better get used to it, we're not eating any animals.
Save. Are calorie mates vegan?
Yes. Right?
Really? There's no dairy in them?
I'm pretty sure they're vegan.
Isn't it? Because isn't it like a little cake, kinda? Like a little cookie? There's no egg or anything?
Yeah, I think I'm gonna have to eat the calorie mate.
I want some more.
Have you ever had a calorie mate before?
Yeah, they're good.
I think they sell them actually here at the Asian market near me.
Yeah.
They have them in just like Safeways now too, I think.
Oh, nice.
I think they got popular enough that...
Yeah, definitely in like... in San Francisco, in like the coastal cities, I'm assuming.
Coastal cities. I mean, they're just thinking just in big cities, probably.
Yeah. Okay, so how do I do this? Okay, I'm gonna save. Yeah. Oh, I have to shimmy across. Oh, do I have to drop down and catch that rope?
Nice.
They should be playing the theme song at this part.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, this is rope time.
Yay, we're it.
Is it not a...
How do you change your mask?
Oh, I have to take off my mask, I think. No pain. Yay! So what does this do for me?
I think if you like are in the water, isn't it like
will they not attack me?
Yeah. I think you can also use it as camouflage.
Yeah, it's like camo if you go under.
Yeah. But I'm pretty sure it's mostly keeps you safe from the crocodiles. Oh, apparently you can use it later against guards.
Do they get scared?
They get scared, like, oh my god, it's a walking crocodile. Dogs won't attack you? Whoa.
Save.
Okay, I gotta get rid of these leeches. They haven't been showing any of the videos. Oh, here we go. Literally right when I said that.
Yeah. I'll be right.
The only way to remove leeches off your body.
No.
Have you ever seen videos of people with pet leeches?
Yeah.
Dude, that made me cringe really hard. Was that a trap?
Yeah.
Oh.
Are leeches a type of slug, or are they like an entirely different?
I don't know. I think
Are they like a mollusk?
like a fish. I don't know actually. How do I get around this? Do I have to crawl under?
Oh my god, Listening Garden.
Oh no.
Did it heal? Or do you have a cool scar?
Yeah, they're like worms.
Are they worms?
They look kind of like worms. Oh my god. That scared me. Oh, another video. Thanks, Box.
Were we talking in a stream, or was it just like a group chat about like dumb injuries you got as a kid? I don't think we ever talked about it here, did we?
I'm not
about
sure.
like if you have any scars or anything from just like a dumb childhood injury.
I have one injury from somebody in this chat that like I got a long time ago and it still affects me today.
Wow, wait a minute.
I won't say who did it, but somebody hit me in the elbow really hard. We were playing around and having fun, and then I got hit in the elbow so hard that I couldn't feel my pinky and ring finger for like 3 days. And I basically like scarred my nerve. It's fine now. I get like tennis elbow like they're very sensitive now, but it was, you know.
Was it worth it?
I think it was. It's a really funny like, because whenever like those fingers go numb, I think of my friend, and so it's absolutely like it's a fun memory, despite sorry, dog, you're gonna have to go to sleep.
My dumbest injury is when I was like 6 or 7. I like was running around the house too fast because I was just being a hyper little shit, and I ran into my dad was like walking down the hall carrying like a plate of watermelon, and I like ran like head first into the plate and I cracked my head open, And apparently I told everyone in the ER that my dad hit me with a plate.
Oh no.
My mom was just like was like attempting to correct, but I was just really stressed out. I didn't know what I was saying.
That's so I wonder how often like that is like a thing that happens. It's just like CPS has to get involved because a kid says like the exact wrong way to say something.
Yeah.
You don't know better.
I mean, I think because I was like being very like just a bubbly little kid about it. Like my dad hit me with a plate instead of like visibly upset. Like it probably didn't arouse much suspicion. Like I was saying it like I thought it was funny because I just kid grammared. But and then the doctor glued my head shut. It was a really tiny like cut too. It wasn't that bad. So they used like this weird medical super glue.
I'm just kind of shooting these guys over and over until.
Oh, I remember this part. Doing exactly. Fuck! He got away.
Oh no, he went to sleep. Oh no, there's a dog around here. I don't want to.
That's right
Wow.
in front of you.
Dan, jeez.
I was gonna say, how did you not see it? Hey, we heard the dog go off. What's up?
Oh. Oh no.
If you spin snake while covered in bees, does that get them off? That's a good question.
Oh. I gotta just run.
Oh my god, a burn scar from trying to eat quiche sounds like something I would also have.
Wait, hold on. When did I save?
I don't know.
Oh, okay. All right, I'm gonna use a croc hat. I went back a little bit.
What's that? Is that a croc man? Is that a crocodile man?
Okay, let's see. They'll attack me.
Friend.
They just don't attack?
I guess they just get kind of freaked out. Oh my god, Box, that's horrible. They went to a shooting range and the very first bullet, the hot shell landed between their cheek and glasses and burned their face.
Oh no.
Oh, we went to a shooting range once a few years ago and I got to shoot an AK-47 and I had the biggest fucking bruise on my shoulder for like a week and my whole arm was in pain. That was like the only time we've been to Las Vegas. We thought it'd be funny to take a Las Vegas vacation because we had never been on vacation before and we were like, we can afford a small one. If you ever go to Vegas and want to go to a shooting range, I don't recommend doing it on like the first day because I spent the rest of the vacation just sore from shooting a gun.
I also really liked the theme of like the shoot. It was like a kind of a shooting range made for tourists. Like, hey, you get to shoot like wacky guns. And like it was military themed, and I think like all the people who worked there were like ex-military people, and the two guys like usually like the way it works is like they like get you a gun and they like escort you to like the range or whatever, and like the guy who was with us and like some other guy got in this huge argument about something. Like, they were just like, what the fuck are you doing? This whole place is a mess. And then, oh, look, it's one of these.
It's very scary seeing two grown men in, like, military gear
Holding guns,
holding
just, like, yelling
guns,
at each other,
arguing like in the gun range, like not outside, but like inside the range where other people are also shooting guns.
Who's that?
Oh shit.
The guy was mad because so it was like the dude that was with us, we had picked a couple guns we wanted to shoot, and so he had them sitting on like in the second like gun range booth with like some magazines with ammo and stuff. And like a guy was like, another guy was just like cleaning up like one of his clients like stations, and he thought that like the guy was just like leaving guns out. He didn't know that they were for us, so he started yelling at the guy about being irresponsible and messy. And
yeah, but the way they were just like yelling at each other was really unsettling. Oh wait, dude, can I blow up this building? Or is it a different building? Might be a different building, I think.
holy shit, Satan's sword, that's intense. I have a scar on my knuckle from punching a guy in the mouth for calling me a slur.
Respect.
Yeah, respect. That's a good one. I have a scar on my elbow too. Another elbow scar from falling off a pogo stick when I was really little.
A pogo stick?
Yeah.
I have a small scar on my leg from
wait, I went the wrong way.
From when my dog was a puppy and jumped up and like one of his little puppy teeth got snagged on my leg. And now I think about him every time I see it.
I think I have just various burns on my on my arms.
Did you say mysterious burns?
No, I said I have. Well, some of them are very mysterious, but I assume they're mostly from cooking and smoking cigarettes. Because like a thing we would do a lot out here when I moved to Seattle was drunk cigarette games, and usually that involved getting burned. And sometimes they left little scars.
Drunk cigarette games?
Yeah. Like flicking cigarettes at each other, or like doing the thing where you like hold a cigarette between your arms to see who can like basically doing like a chicken game, but with like a lit cigarette.
This is why I don't smoke. This sounds way too dangerous.
Just smoker things.
Well, it's more the problem is that when you're a drunk idiot like I am, and also it gets really cold in Seattle, your like pain response is delayed, so you don't notice that it's burned yourself until you've like gone, oh, that's a burn now. You can't blow the wooden building up.
How did this guy not see me? Oh no, I don't have a silencer. I hope nobody else is awake.
Was that a regular bullet?
No, it was a...
Yeah, that sounded really loud.
Well, no,
yeah,
it's because the trank dart doesn't have a... I don't have any more suppressors, I don't think. Wait, so I could blow up this one? How do I blow it up?
Mikey got attacked with a knife when he was a middle school crossing guard. Damn. Where'd you go to middle school?
How do I blow this building up? Oh, okay. All right, I'm gonna throw. I think I have a grenade. If I blow this up, people will be hungry later.
Oh, that explains it. I'm just kidding.
This is HQ. Patrol here.
Do I have to use more grenades?
Position unknown. Acknowledged. Use extra caution.
Oh, I didn't mean to do that.
When was the last time you saved?
Does this technically kill it? violate the no-kill run.
You're here at
Oh
last.
shit, we're here already?
Looks like the boss's info was right.
Well, I don't think I fully destroyed it, so it should be okay. Use the fake death pill by the ledge.
Twice now you've made me taste bitter defeat.
What the fucking dork. You know, like, yeah.
Is Ocelot or Snake the Will Graham in this relationship?
But you're mine now. All of you, leave
I feel
us.
like it's
Old Snake. No,
I
I
feel
feel
like
like actually,
Old
I feel like Ocelot is the Hannibal because he's the one who desperately wants to impress the other one.
Yeah.
Ocelots are proud
Like
creatures.
Will's just kind of oblivious and doesn't really know what's going on, which I think it describes Snake pretty well.
Yeah. And then like the thing with Ocelot too is that Ocelot becomes more like Hannibal, and that he's constantly running like 18 levels of like game and strategy. It's just that at this point in the narrative, he's a loser. So this is what Hannibal was like as a teenager.
12 shots.
Oh yeah, the motion capture video for this is really good. I don't know if anybody like has it and can post it in the chat. It's a really
This time I've got 12 shots.
It's a really good video. Because like somebody like actually like did all of those gun flipping tricks instead of just like them doing it on a computer. So what did somebody say? To take a fake death pill near the ledge, like right here? I saved.
It's over. While it lasted.
Is that what he does?
I think you can shoot him when he gets up, because you're not actually dead.
Oh, should I revive and then shoot him?
I think if he like doesn't notice. But maybe, I guess we'll find out.
I love it.
Oh, keep doing it. He's thinking you're fucking around.
Wait, Mike, you said
Not
keep
bad,
doing it.
eh?
James.
Oh, okay.
Trying to play dead, are you? Let's try. But you don't fool me. Quit fooling around!
His friend in the far distance.
Get back here!
Oh, oops. I didn't mean to do that. Oh well. Wait, which friend in the far distance?
You can also shoot those bees down from the tree when he's hiding behind them.
I can't do that. This is vegan run.
Oh.
You're gonna have to fight the pain though. That's not gonna be a very vegan friendly fight.
I mean, I have no choice.
Much like a real vegan. Sometimes you are given no choice.
Oh, oh yeah, Larger Birdie I think tuned in after we decided it was a vegan run. We're doing, we're not eating any animals or killing any animals. And just generally trying to not hurt animals specifically.
I've never felt a tension like this before.
Oh, he's good.
How'd that one taste?
Oh, I forgot he can do like ricochet. I'm gonna eat a little Russian ration.
This is horrible.
What? Why?
Wow. If you were a boss in a video game, what would your gimmick be?
That's so different from simply
I would make the
changing the
screen glitch out, like I do when I play the Metal Gear Solid games. There was also
time is exhilarating.
no. Oh, I hit his hat off.
I don't know what my
I'm low on health.
Reload time is exhilarating.
Oh, I just need one more hit.
Okay.
Fletcher's gimmick would be hitting you really hard with a stick in the elbow.
Damn it. He found us.
The bees are circling Snake, but they're all just punching him.
I think this is a mischaracterization of bees. Bees aren't really like this.
These aren't bees, these are hornets.
Oh, never mind.
I actually don't really know what hornets are like behavior-wise. I feel like the murder hornet scare is a little overblown.
Why are they called murder hornets?
Because
do
like they
kill
can
you?
kill you, yeah.
Why like are they poison?
I actually don't know if it's like a poison specifically. Can someone look that up? Do the
Fuck hornets. Me and my homies hate hornets.
Murder hornet.
I know that they kill like 40 people a year in Japan or something.
Oh dang.
15 hours ago, murder hornets spread across the U.S. The West Coast could be at risk.
Dude, they're already in Washington.
Oh,
Jay.
jeez.
Oh, because they go and
Yeah, I'm
destroy
looking
other
at 'em.
beehives?
Yeah, there's already murder hornets in Washington. They've spotted a few.
I got an animal uniform. Wow, looking good, Snake.
Yeah, that's the thing. Like, that's the real. I did read that like the real risk murder hornets pose isn't like stinging people, which like that it can happen and it would suck, but like they would wreak havoc on bee populations.
Apparently, their venom, their stinger is long enough to puncture a beekeeping suit, and their venom and stinger, according to this article, makes for an excruciating combination that victims have likened to hot metal driving into your skin.
Yeah.
So I guess they hurt really badly to get stung by.
Oh.
But so they do have a venom though?
But they do have a venom, and in Japan they kill up to 50 people a year.
Yeah.
Hornets are canceled because they're imperialists. I love this cave area. There's all kinds of fun creatures down here. Why would they destroy a beehive?
They eat bees.
Yeah, Lovelane. They spotted a few in Washington, but I think it's like
That's not nice.
not really near a city. It's like in like one of the nature preserves or like forests. And that they actually like put a tracker on one, I think. And they're trying to like monitor like where they are so they can like destroy their nest, or at least like extract them. Little crabs.
Look at it's their house.
Oh, who's that?
I don't know.
You got killed by crabs. Can you pick that mushroom? That looks poisonous.
I think there is something. I think this recharges your batteries or something. Oh yeah, this is the crab battle. Crab battle.
Oh yeah, Wasik, I've seen that. I've seen a video of that. The bees.
The crab battle.
No, the bees vibrating their hive and like cooking a hornet.
Oh, I've seen that too. That's actually really crazy.
Bugs are crazy. Give it up for bugs. Some of them are cool.
Some bugs. Some bugs are mean.
What's the scariest bug?
Ooh.
That fucking spider that we saw in our bathroom the other day was pretty fucking scary.
That was a really scary spider.
Was that the one where I had to look it up and it was like, I kept telling you that they're called just a giant house spider and you're like, no way.
Yeah, there's no, it wasn't a harmful spider.
Yeah, they are literally just technically called giant house spiders and they are giant. Like this one was bigger than my hand.
Do crabs count as bugs? I guess not, they're crustaceans.
No. We have a lot of silverfish in our apartment too. They come out of this little hole that I've dubbed the silverfish hole. I'm okay with silverfish. They don't gross me out. Like the ones in our apartment are pretty tiny. I was not okay with the spider though. I hate it too because like I told some friends like holy shit there was like a huge spider in our bathroom and everyone was like shaming me for being afraid of spiders. They're like spiders are bros, they kill other bugs. And I'm like okay cool, but I don't care. I don't mind the other bugs. I mind this one.
Oh, thanks for the reminder.
Oh yeah, there's like a bunch of crickets, or I guess there's just like 2 crickets in my bathroom earlier.
Crickets?
And I was just like, how did you get in here?
Damn, crickets?
Yeah, I was just like, how did you get all the way into here of all places?
Are crickets the ones that are good luck? Or is that grasshoppers?
Look at him.
I think it's grasshoppers.
I think it's crickets. That's
I have thermal goggles. I don't have night vision.
Do you have like screens on your windows, Jay?
I mean, my roommates. I mean, we do. I don't, but I don't open my window for that reason because there's no screen on mine.
Oh my god, Wasik, house centipedes are fucking terrifying looking. I think I've seen one before, not in person, but like a picture, and I actually don't know if what I was looking at was specifically a house centipede or not, but they look like silverfish with like a shit ton of just antenna. Is that what they look like?
Bug juice.
What'd you say, Jay?
I said I don't like that description. Silverfish with just a shitload of antenna.
Yeah, I've seen a picture, like someone posted on Twitter and they were just like, what is this thing in my house? Which is a question I hope I never have to ask.
Oh, some weird water.
I don't like a ton of long legs. Please tell me you're not in Washington, so I can rest assured that these are not in Washington.
Oh, thank God. Midwest is fucking... Sorry, Midwest is like the worst bugs from everything I've seen.
Yeah, our friend talks about like seeing cockroaches in and around the house all the time. They're from Texas. And just like the giant spiders and like just like finding a scorpion in your house, like
I feel like people just get used to cockroaches in some areas. Like I remember when my sister lived in LA, she got like, I don't know, she was really grossed out by cockroaches, but eventually she was just like, oh yeah, they're just here. And like didn't mind them anymore.
Cockroaches don't really gross me out. I'd probably be startled if I found one in the house just because they're so big.
I've had when I grew up in like my hometown, cockroaches were like very common problems because like basically it'd be like especially like in apartments, is like if you got an infestation, they would just keep moving from apartment to apartment until they kept coming back. They are disgusting, and also if you have too many, they bite, so you'll get bites.
Cockroach bites?
Yeah.
I don't like that. Mikey asked, do you think dogs would be happier if you loaded their food in a robot that they had to chase and kill? I think it depends on the dog, but for like 99% of domesticated dogs, I would say no. Like, I guess when you say like chase and kill, like what level of like... What are we talking? Like you put like a treat in a ball that they just kind of have to chew on, or like an animal?
Maybe
like
it's just on like a train track or something.
I mean, just being raised around dogs my whole life who are just like complete like pussies.
Oh wait, I went in a full circle.
Like we've always had dogs, like big dogs too, and they're always like afraid of like tiny kittens and stuff. So I can't see any of the dogs I've ever had being able to do that.
Well, this is like the longest I've been in this cave part. Usually I blast through this area for some reason. Like I never even use the torch. I just find like I just go like whatever route I see and then oh, here we go. Okay.
An invasive species of stink bug. Stink bugs make sounds. I love bug facts, but I don't like looking at pictures of bugs.
I've caught you at last. We are the sons of the boss.
Alright, I'm really curious how I'm gonna beat this boss without
I am the pain.
killing.
Hornet soldier.
I will guide you to a world of anguish beyond your imagination.
Yeah, alright, I'm gonna start doing that, Grant. That's a good idea.
Bug facts.
Everybody comments about the pain bees, but nobody ever comments about his acrobatics. And I think he's I think it's sad.
You're gonna have to fight this with this on the screen.
Alright, what are you supposed to do with these bees again? He's going to the water, right?
Tommy God.
Everyone always comments on the pain of bees. No one ever comments on the bees' pain.
Grenade!
Hold on. I think I have to throw a grenade to get the bees off of him.
Grenade! Take this!
Wait, how are you supposed to get rid of the bees on him?
Go, my brother!
I forget what you're supposed to do. Grenades.
Embarrassing! Grenade!
Ow, 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 ow. Wait, did I get him? Oh no, phase 2. Let me take the mask off.
Damn.
You telling me you don't want to date that?
Oh.
The fucking airplane noise.
Yeah, they're going way over. I'm injured. Bullet bee. There we go. Oh no, and there's a grenade. This fight is really annoying.
That texture's awful.
Yeah, I'm very sorry about the texture.
Oh my god, the bees. They look like birdemic birds.
Oh wait, I don't have any more. Do stun grenades work?
No. It didn't look like it.
Yeah. I don't think I can use So I might have to find grenades somewhere. Maybe I can find some underwater. Nope. Oh. It is really funny how much easier this fight is when you're not worrying about like doing no kill.
Is that all you got?
Oh. Yeah, the texture issue is because of the emulation.
I think it's definitely the emulator because there's like similar graphical glitches that'll happen like when you emulate other games. Like when I was playing through Silent Hill 2, I don't remember if anyone here remembers, there was similar like weird texture stuff that would happen during cutscenes specifically.
If you were looking to see if there's like a compatibility list or something for this, because sometimes with emulation games, there's just like weird specific settings you have to do to like for this part, like the game has to have this setting.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm sure it's a common. Like, let me look it up and see.
Oh, did you post it? Did somebody post the fix for it?
What?
I think did Listening Garden post it?
Oh, you did? I totally missed it.
You're making this fun.
No. What? Where'd he go?
The only update I have on my Twitch channel is I'm working on a VTuber avatar right now, and I should be launching it sometime in October. And I can't guarantee that it will be called Minmo anymore. I've been thinking about like
Minmo has been canceled.
Minmo's canceled. I'm just kidding. I've just been thinking a lot about like no, it's not gonna be a Minmo avatar.
Oh my god! So close.
What have you been thinking though?
Oh, I mean, like I told you, Jay, already, but like I've just been thinking about like
Oh my god.
I'm just really bad at coming up with usernames and handles and stuff. And I was just thinking about how like new viewers to the stream would probably end up calling me Minmo, and I don't know how much I like Minmo as a streamer name. Sorry, James.
Oh no, it's okay. I thought I was gonna have to restart that because I was about to die.
The pain.
Oh, you didn't die?
No.
Oh, good. That's your name. Damn.
I didn't do that. He did that. I didn't kill him.
Make sure to get his camo.
What?
Make sure to get his camo.
Wait, where's his camo?
Up there.
Oh. Okay. I think I'm gonna get his camo right now, and then
Lord of Birdie, the cringe is really good.
and this might be a good place to. Wait, how do you get on this place? On this little platform? How are you supposed to get up there?
Jump to it, maybe? It's been a while. Oh.
No? Wait, how are you supposed to get up there? How do I get up there to get his skin?
Yeah, Box, I think the main thing for me was I wasn't sure if I wanted any avatar or handle I have to be like specifically like an explicit, obvious game reference.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's...
Not that like most streamer names are anything special like Ninja, Shroud, but I do like the idea of just having kind of like a simple handle that just gets associated with you rather than like being a reference to something.
This is really dumb. Does anybody know how you get up here?
Where are the backseat gamers at?
I could have sworn, yeah, you have to jump.
You have to jump from above.
Oh. So I have to find like a oh, wait.
Okay, yeah,
right
there it is.
right there. Okay.
Yeah, sorry, that was my mistake, because I remember that it was that you had to jump to it, but I forgot that it was because there was like another platform you could get up onto.
Oh, it's okay. I've never gone onto that platform before.
Jelly virtual.
Will this lead me up there? Might be from the other side. We're gonna get this. We're gonna get this skin.
Yeah, Wasik, that's funny. Seeing streamers that are like username _SC even though they haven't played StarCraft in years. That was like there was a YouTuber named Husky StarCraft who like had to rebrand because he just stopped playing StarCraft.
Yeah.
Yeah, like that kind of username branding is not ideal. Like I have friends who have like IGN in their Twitter handle and I'm just like, but what if you quit one day?
Oh man, that means they lose their
yeah, if you change your username on Twitter, you lose your verification. Which I know matters.
You You should put
some people.
company names in your like handle, but like not ones that you work for.
Yeah. I'm gonna have just James _ Monsanto.
Chloe, Amazon.
Walmart, Target, Chloe.
Chloe, Calorie Mate.
Actually, now I'm thinking about how good naming your stream something just like Burger King, Walmart would be.
Oh man, there's a Hearthstone streamer named Trump. That sucks. You ever like a handle or a name or a symbol or something and just get worried that like one day there's gonna be a reason that it's cancelable?
Oh yeah, if one day like Jams or something like.
James is a dog whistle now.
If Smuckers suddenly comes out and is just like, yeah, we're pro Trump now, and Trump is like,
Jam is canceled.
I'm the Jams guy.
Oh no.
I'm the Jams Joker, baby.
Jams. I love Jams.
Yeah, that was one of my favorite things.
And then
watching
Trump
Archer
learns how to use
and them saying ISIS constantly.
Oh my god.
Oh yeah, ISIS is at IGN. Shit, I forget what it's called.
I went the wrong way.
What it is specifically, but like ISIS stands for something else, like something that has to do with like the way they store like video files. So they'd be like, oh, I uploaded it to ISIS. And like during that period of time when like ISIS was active, it was always funny.
Also, it was also funny when IGN did in fact pledge their support for ISIS.
Pepe's been scrubbed from your company Slack emojis.
I feel like Pepe has somewhat been resalvaged.
Yeah. People are trying to reclaim Pepe, which I know some people feel very strongly about not doing, and they like hate Pepe, but I do. I miss the pre-Trump era of Pepe's.
The
rare Pepe's.
Yeah, that was like a kind of a fun era.
Me and my friends used to, I mean, this is super cringe now, but like me and my friends used to leave like drawings of rare Pepe's we'd make for each other, like around, like on each other's desks.
For my favorite,
a better time.
My like absolute favorite thing about Pepe, the stuff, is that you can trace the moment when Pepe became racist to, and I just posted a link to the image, this Nicki Minaj post, because what had happened was like channers got really mad that normies were using Pepe, and I distinctly remember seeing them posting like this Nicki Minaj post constantly, like just being like infuriated that like normie Nicki Minaj knew who Pepe was.
That's so funny.
And because like that was what started the whole like we're gonna make Pepe racist now.
There's a documentary called Feels Good Man about Pepe and like the creator.
I kind of want to watch that.
It came out this year. I think it's still like in the film fest circuit right now, but there's probably a way to find a copy.
Looking that up has led me to a thing called Pepe Database, which stopped updating in 2016, in February of 2016.
Oh, those are Claymore mines.
But which specifically has a Nicki Minaj Pepe.
It really sucks because I can imagine like an alternate universe where like Matt Fury and the Pepe have the same kind of like cultural meaning as like the This Is Fine dog and Casey Green.
Yeah.
But instead he's just kind of like I feel like he just wants nothing to do with anything remotely like this anymore because of what he's had to deal with. And that really sucks. Meanwhile, like, Casey Green just got, This Is Fine Dog Funko Pop. And, like...
So
yeah,
wild.
The life that could have been.
Funko Pop of it.
What?
Yeah, it's... Oh, Feet Wiki's open. It's really sad that Matt Fury's Pepe. And it's like it made that Safdie Brothers movie with Robert Pattinson like really weird to watch because it was like right before all that went down, and Pepe has a cameo in it as an acid tab.
Which one? What, Good Time?
Yeah, Good Time.
Wait, where's
Good
there
Time.
Pepe in Good Time?
There's Pepe on like the acid that they take.
Oh, that's right. Yeah, I read that was really cool.
In Good Time, and like there's even like in the credits it even says like Pepe appears courtesy of like Matt Fury. Like it's specifically there. There's like a scene of them making acid blotter out of pages from Boys Club, and one of the ones they do is Pepe.
Okay, so two things. First off, I'm probably gonna end the stream here because there's a lot of water and this is not going away. Two, those things are real. That's not they're not fictional. They were prototypes in Soviet Russia of weird floating things. So anybody who's like, oh, Kojima, why are you including a weird thing that's not real in your 60s?
How dare you, Kojima, include a weird thing that's not real?
Well, yeah, first off, Kojima can include whatever he wants. Second off, those are real. You can look it up. I don't know what you would search, like floating thing. Google floating thing and you'll find it. Cool. So yeah, I guess we'll end the stream there. Thanks everybody for joining. Wow, we got really far. Good night, sweet jams. Thank you so much, Larger Birdie.
Chloe Radical.
So Sunday I'm gonna be continuing Amnesia: The Dark Descent. And then not sure what's gonna happen Tuesday. We will see. I'll have to figure it out. But yeah.
Tomorrow, I think I might actually do my stream.
Oh yeah, Jay will be streaming Alone in the Dark tomorrow.
My plan is to stream Alone in the Dark. I'm getting a cheap capture card in tomorrow, and I'm gonna experiment with it. And if it works, I'm gonna play it off of my Xbox 360. And if it doesn't, I'm just gonna be playing the PS3 emulated copy.
Nice. Okay, and I'll probably most likely be on that if it does go through. So
yeah,
and I'll post on Discord when it goes live. It'll probably be like around 7 or something, right? Jay?
Yeah, no, it's usually around 7 or 8 is when I do it.
Cool. Yeah, thanks everybody so much.
Thanks everyone.
Have a good night.
Thank you for joining us. Bye.
Bye.